is a special presentation of WB20. From Market Street in downtown San Francisco, it's a celebration of love, life, and diversity. Welcome to the San Francisco Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, Transgender Pride Parade 2002. Be yourself, change the world. Brought to you by Body Time. We want your body. The Academy of Art College, 1-800-544-ARTS. And Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light. For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light. Now, here's your hosts, Don Blue and Kat Sadler.
Have you ever seen a better day for any event in San Francisco? What an unbelievable morning we have going on here. Welcome, everybody, to Pride Parade 2002 in the beautiful city of San Francisco.
Good morning to you, everybody. Gorgeous weather, gorgeous people. This year sure to be one of the most exciting years yet. It is the 32nd anniversary of the Pride celebration right here in San Francisco.
You know, not only is it about the parade, of course, but the whole weekend long, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, everybody is having a party. Everybody's congratulating everybody else on being who you are. Be yourself and change the world, the theme for this year.
Absolutely. Some really big names going to be joining us today. Sir Ian McKellen, of course, who recently starred in Lord of the Rings, is our celebrity Grand Marshal.
Now, there are other celebrity Grand Marshals, also six-time Emmy winner Sharon Glass, who is in Queer as Folk now, plays the mother in Queer as Folk. And she also will be honored as one of our Grand Marshals today. It's going to be a spectacular afternoon.
Absolutely. Another celebrity face you will see shortly. Nancy, these boots were made for walking Sinatra.
And that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are going to walk all over you.
Pretty good.
Time to get walking right now. In fact, let's go to the street. Lord Martine, our columnist from the Chronicle, ready to go. Lord, good morning.
Hey, we are down live on the street. The vibe is alive.
Ow!
As you can see, I'm telling you, it is on fire. The sun is shining. Team from DPS and Chronicle, and as you can see, they are getting me ready for this fabulous day. Right here is Melissa Wagner from DPS and Todd. Why are you here today, Melissa?
DPS and Todd is a big part of the San Francisco community. We have 3 salons in the Bay Area, Mill Valley, San Francisco, and Palo Alto. We like everybody to look good and feel good, and we like to have fun.
That's right. Be yourself. Change your hair. Kat and Dawn, back to you.
Looking good, Martine. Looking good.
Unbelievable morning. Now, obviously you can hear from the sound, and Lord Martine almost got run down there, the women's motorcycle contingent. Now, they used to be called the Dykes on Bikes. Now they've changed their name, of course, because they want to include everyone. And they have done just that. They are a marvelous way to start any parade. This is a spectacular burst of energy that comes on the scene here as we begin Pride Parade 2002.
An obvious crowd favorite every year. You can tell the folks here on the streets are excited, but we too are very excited because we have a very special guest joining us this morning. None other than Miss Donna Sachet joining us as our community commentator this year. We are so honored to have you with us, Donna.
Thank you. It's an honor. I'm also terrified because I have to know something about all of this. I think I know something.
There's a lot of pressure on you, Donna. Everybody here wants you to burn the torch for them. You gotta get through this parade and make sure that everybody you know gets mentioned, and you know everybody in this entire community.
I don't know everybody, but there are going to be a lot of important people in this parade today that are really standing for the rights that we're fighting for every day. There are also some really fun people and some fun costumes. It's going to be like a circus on the street.
What have you been up to in the community lately? Obviously, you have got about every title on this resume, Miss Gay San Francisco 1993. You are revered in the community. Tell us a little bit about what you've been up to, and obviously this weekend you've been busy.
It has been a busy weekend. I think the thing I'm proudest of, we did a brunch that honored the Grand Marshals, the celebrity Grand Marshals, as well as our individual and organization Grand Marshals. And it was a benefit for Positive Resource Center. We raised a lot of money for charity while honoring these individuals who were selected by our community to spearhead our parade.
Vroom, vroom, there they go.
Wow.
I just saw somebody that had a shirt on the back of it. It says, "If you can read this, my girlfriend fell off."
There's a lot of sense of humor in this contingent. They don't take themselves so seriously. They have a great time doing it. The costumes, they decorate their bikes, they have different flags. really makes it fun.
Last night I was on in the Castro, and I was parked on a street where there wasn't supposed to be any parking, and all of a sudden, in come the Dykes on Bikes, and they're surrounding my car. I guess every Saturday of Pride Parade weekend they do that. But you know, it's a little eerie feeling when all of a sudden there's like 400 motorcycles surrounding you.
It's actually something called the Dyke March, which started several years ago, and it really honors that particular part of our community with their own special event. And there are motorcycles who participate, also people that walk and just really have an affinity for themselves and their strength as women in the community.
Absolutely. Speaking of some of those folks who are singled out, recognized, are our Grand Marshals this year. Will you tell us a little bit about how those folks are featured and how they have gotten that title?
But the process has changed a little bit every year. I think that what they want to do is make sure that the Grand Marshals selected by the community really represent all of the diverse aspects of our community. So people are nominated like 2 or 3 months in advance, and depending on how many people nominate you, you're put on a ballot, and then eventually the community itself votes over a course of 2 weeks in different locations, everything from a bar to a grocery store, everything from a garage sale to an event at our new community center. And then eventually those votes are tallied, and the top vote getters become our Grand Marshals.
And there was one person in particular who got the most votes this year, our Grand Marshal Christopher Lee. He is the top vote getter this year. Let's take a look.
Christopher Lee is the co-founder of TrannyFest, a San Francisco film festival featuring the transgender community.
It's been alive since 1997, and it's a week-long extravaganza of performances, panels, parties, and film and videos.
As a filmmaker, Christopher is devoted to creating positive images of transgender people.
Taking control of one's media image is really important.
He campaigned for Grand Marshal with transgender activist Shauna Virago. The two won the title together.
We ran the ticket together as America's Little Darlings. Our campaign theme was Be Yourself, Change Your Gender. You know, I'm an old punk rocker. You know, you just be yourself.
Not a problem for Christopher.
I believe in comfort.
Fabulous. And the pants?
And the pants, pleather from Paris.
It's all about pleather. Pleather is the new black, isn't it?
Pleather is it.
That's right.
Pleather's the new leather, honey.
And about that facial hair.
Tips on growing hair when you can't grow hair. How about a little testosterone shot right in the old butt there?
Youch!
That ought to grow some hair.
Moving on to other achievements.
This is one of our many proclamations from the mayor of San Francisco declaring it TrannyFest Day in San Francisco.
And in the spirit of being inclusive,
I'd like to invite all of you to TrannyFest 2003 in November in San Francisco.
Find out more at trannyfest.com.
All right, I just learned that pleather is the new leather. See, the things that you're going to learn today.
Are you taking notes, Don?
I am.
Okay, good.
I'm learning how to dress properly. Donna, one of the things that we wanted to talk about this year, you know, this is the San Francisco Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, Transgender Pride Parade. The diversity of the community, it's all inclusive, and yet so many individuals.
Well, I think there's a lot of pride in individual segments of our community. You'll see a leather contingent that will blow you away with so many people in it. You'll see transgender segments of the parade, and they want to share their special contribution. It's like we talk about the many colors that make up our community, and each of those colors is beautiful, and that's what makes the wonderful community what it is.
Absolutely.
Well, they're having a great time already. What a beginning here with the Dykes on Bikes, and it's about a 20-minute contingent actually as they fly on by. And you know, as you're looking at this parade and wondering about today, Mark Leno just a moment ago was saying this isn't just a nice day, this is one of those days. I mean, the weather's absolutely spectacular, and the day is filled with energy. It's great.
We know there's this little thing that we say within the community. We say God loves us, and he always gives us a great day for the parade, and he did it again today.
Every year. It's fantastic. Thank you, God, right?
Actually, I saw the sign that says God is gay, and it's a possibility today. I think it's a possibility.
Martine calls him, or calls her rather, the goddess.
That's
right here, we're seeing a shot of the 23rd story of the Hobart building, which is a spectacular way to look at our parade today. And we'll show you that shot several times so you can see what's going on, kind of the long range, and see how long the parade is. One of the great things, of course, about the Dykes on Bikes is that because they lead the parade, they're also the first ones at the party. So they love doing that. Right now, we're seeing the San Francisco Bike Messenger Association. This is a social organization dedicated to the betterment of work conditions for all couriers. And they are, of course, a very unique group. I think maybe after a kid finishes high school or whatever his education is, maybe 1 year mandatory service as a bike messenger, it would change the world.
I don't know. Donna's like, I don't know.
You learn the streets, but I hate the wardrobe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
We have thousands of people here today. As I said, the day is just spectacular. By the way, if you are watching this, you know this is going to go on for some time. So enjoy it while you're watching it on television, but also think about coming on down. And especially if you've never been a part of the parade, it's just a spectacular thing in San Francisco. So join us. This is Mike's on Bikes, by the way. Now, this actually is the group that is sort of the inspired from the Dykes on Bikes. They are the non-motorized counterpart, Mike's on Bikes, the Queer Boys Bicycle Contingent. And they started a new tradition of riding with pride back in 1997. So this is their 5th year anniversary as they again extol the benefits of cycling in San Francisco. And they, what are the benefits, Kat, that they mention? Sexy legs, lovelier loins, and freedom from muni and meter maids.
Love it. Donna, we want to ask you about just the fact that the reference to the Queer Boys Bicycle Contingent. What is that exactly?
Well, I think it's a word that they've reclaimed for our community. You know, queer for so long was a derogatory term, and you would, you know, cower in the street if somebody called you that behind your back. And now our younger part of our community has just reclaimed that word and said we're queer and we're proud of it, and it's a uniting word.
Let us go to the street once again. Martine is out there. He's our boy in boysenberry today. Lord.
Our little plum.
I'm going to debate you on that color.
Oh, what color is it then?
We'll talk about that later. Right now, we've got something more important to talk about. This is a representative from Mike's on Bikes. What's your name?
My name's Gary Sweet.
Gary Sweet, what is Mike's on Bikes?
It is a group of queer guys who like riding bicycles.
I love that. I love that.
No cars, no motorized vehicles, bicycles only.
Be yourself, change the world is
Exactly.
the theme. What does that mean to you?
Well, I'm making a political statement today, and there it is. My little tombstone. I worked all morning on it.
It's beautiful.
Okay, thank you very much.
Don Cat, back to you.
You know, sometimes you say, keep it short. There he goes. Well, we're queer guys that like to ride bikes.
Like to ride bikes.
What else is there?
We
What
need
else
to
can there
know
be?
nothing more than that. There we go. Looking good. Do you notice Martine has matching sunglasses, shirt, and pants?
Yes, he's looking fabulous
I should have
today.
taken a tip from him this morning.
Yes. Now, Donna, what's the history of this group? It's a non-motorized group, but where did that all begin?
Well, I think San Francisco itself is very friendly to bikers. I mean, we have a lot of bike trails, and they try to include the possibility of riding a bike anywhere on the street. And this is just a queer response to that we have lots of people that like to ride bikes that also happen to be queer.
And now the Pride Parade itself and the history of Pride, where did all that, this has been many years, but where did that begin?
Well, I think everybody claims that Stonewall was really the beginning of the gay pride movement in America and across the country. And it was based on a little accident that these
look
things
at this.
happen.
The poor guy, he got stuck in one of the tracks.
Somebody help him.
There goes his lunchbox, I tell you. I think it's street theater, actually. It was probably staged.
You think so?
I think you're right,
Come on.
actually, the more I'm looking here.
But no, Stonewall was the first time that transgender and gay people and lesbian people really said they had enough persecution for the police. The bars were raided nightly and people were rounded up. Their names were put in the paper. And one night they just said, we're not going to take it anymore. And they fought back for the first time. And it was the inspiration that got a lot of those movements going across the country.
Now, with Stonewall, I mean, there were gay bars before Stonewall, and then they closed them, or then they made them illegal.
Well, they just harassed them. You know,
Yeah.
a gay bar was not a place where you felt safe because they could come in at any time and say, okay, give me your name, give me your number, it's going to be published in the paper tomorrow. And it was just constant harassment.
And finally, the community just said, you know what, I've had enough of this. Yeah.
That, you know, we're buying patrons too. We pay taxes. We're citizens, and we deserve the same rights that everybody has, which continues to be a fight today. You know, you continue to hear about rights that we cannot have access to. So it's the beginning of a long fight.
Well, it is a celebration also. Today, the parade is just spectacular. It's a beautiful day, fabulous weather. Everything is just the way that it should be. We'll be right back with more of this unbelievable event.
Today's coverage of the San Francisco Pride Parade 2002 is brought to you in part by Bud Light. For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light. And Body Time. We want your body. Now, stay tuned for more excitement as the parade continues.
Love fashion? So do we. We offer degree programs in fashion design, knitwear, textiles, and merchandising.
Careers start today at academyart.edu. It's our life. Make it yours. Academy of Art College, San Francisco.
Are you just going to lay around all day?
I think so.
Fine.
Those are real.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
Get a good eyeful, buddy?
For all your hopes and your dreams, it's buddy time. Sometimes I dream you're close to me, so close I smell your sweet skin, so close I feel the warmth of your cheek brushing mine. For all your hopes and your dreams, it's buddy time.
DiPietro Todd Salon. Be yourself, change your hair.
Order your VHS copy of the 2002 San Francisco Pride Parade. Call 1-800-GET-WOLF or log on to wolfvideo.com. Proceeds benefit the San Francisco Gay and Lesbian Historical Society. Supplies are limited, so order today.
Love art? So do we. We offer degree programs in 10 majors, including fine art, graphic, and industrial design. Careers start today at academyart.edu. It's our life. Make it yours. Academy of Art College, San Francisco.
We're back with the San Francisco Pride Parade 2002. Today's special program is brought to you in part by the Academy of Art College, San Francisco, 1-800-544-ARTS, and the DiPietro Todd Salon. Be yourself, change your hair. And now, back to Don Blue and Kat Sadler.
Well, it is a spectacular, beautiful day today. We've had an unbelievable contingent already. The energy is unbelievable also. I think that today, actually, when you're talking about the amount of energy on the streets and just the uniqueness of the community, the fun that everybody's having, it couldn't be a better day.
Oh, no. I'm expecting you to get up and dance in a little bit.
I'll be dancing, don't worry. I shall be dancing.
And folks, during the commercial, you missed a very important contingent as well. We should mention the AIDS Life Cycle. They just recently, on May 19th, completed the inaugural AIDS Life Cycle event to raise vital funds for HIV services here in San Francisco for the AIDS Foundation and the LA Gay and Lesbian Center. So very important. Oh, look at that float.
Oh, my. It is quite a day. Well, we have one of our special guests here this morning. In fact, I was mentioning earlier today that Mark Leno had said today is not just a beautiful day, it's one of those days. So, Mark, it's great to have you here, San Francisco Supervisor Mark Leno. What about the whole Pride? What does it mean to you as as an elected official, and then also just as a citizen of San Francisco?
First of all, let me say, Don, if you're going to get on this table and start dancing, I want you to remember the first rule of politics.
Which is?
Keep your clothes on.
That's the first rule?
That's the first rule of politics.
Somebody hasn't sold some of our politicians.
We've learned. This is really about a liberation of spirit, a liberation of energy, liberation of life. Be yourself, change the world. When you think of it, all of us in our day-to-day lives, how much energy we put into being not who we are, but who we think we're expected to be in this situation, that situation. This is about be yourself and change the world. I have this great opportunity after a general election. Hopefully I'll be serving in the State Assembly as one of the first 2 openly gay men in the history of the state to do that. We will be changing the world as we know it as we do that. But everybody in their own work, in their own life, in their own relationships has that opportunity. We all do, just to change the world, be ourselves.
How has this grown and changed over the years? I mean,
I remember this parade back in '77, my first year here. And of course, Harvey Milk was elected the first time to the Board of Supervisors, so it had a big political charge to it. Over the years, it's changed. It's been more political some years, some less. As the AIDS epidemic hit in the 80s, it became more somber. We've had a rejuvenation of spirit, I think, in this community. You can see it's, there'll be a lot of serious messages in this parade, but it's just extraordinarily joyful and spirited and clever and inventive and colorful and sexual and all those wonderful things that make up life.
Well, it's wonderful to have you here. Thanks so much for being a part of this and being part of the backbone of this. Right now, let's go to Martine once again on the street with a special guest.
Extra special guest. This is Sir Ian McCullen, Celebrity Grand Marshal of the Pride Parade today. Sir Ian McCullen, welcome to San Francisco.
Why are you shouting?
It's my natural, I'm a loud, obnoxious queen. What can I say?
Terrific day, isn't it? And the weather's come up trumps and the crowd's out. Hello, good morning. How are you? Isn't that fabulous? I just love it. It's one of the best days of my life, I think. And I'm not up. I'm not quite awake yet either.
Well, we were out late last night. We saw Mark Almond at Universe. I saw you backstage.
Yes, I know. Well, we're seeing Mark today. He's on the main stage. So I hope anyone who's at home who fancies coming out, come out now. And we're just going to have a party all day long.
You heard it from Sir Ian McCullen himself. Get down here. The sun is going to last.
Fantastic.
He is amazing. You know, Ian is talking about now that he was in Lord of the Rings and that all these younger people that have never really seen his stage acting or anything like that, he's got a whole brand new audience, and he's famous all over again. Great to have him as one of our Grand Marshals today.
Honored to have him today. I think Martine was waking him up, though. That's a good thing.
Yeah, I believe so.
If anyone could.
Yeah, it's Martine.
Right now, the Honorable Susan Leo, Treasurer, City and County of San Francisco. She's celebrating Pride today with family, friends, staff, supporters. Everybody is out there having a marvelous time.
Look at her crowd.
She looks happy, doesn't she?
Absolutely.
Talk about an interesting fit. Now, she, of course, is in a very traditional finance kind of job and a woman of color, lesbian. Good for you, Susan.
That's a good, strong contingent there.
Okay, absolutely. Hey, we want to head out to Martine, who has another guest for us out there.
We want to head out to Miss Sharon Glass from Queer as Folk, the ultra-fabulous star of Sharon Glass. Be yourself, change the world. You're here today as a Celebrity Grand Marshal. What does this mean to you?
I'm so filled with the love of all these people just crashing down on me. It's the most heady thing I've ever done.
Oh.
Ever done. I'm having a ball.
We are so honored to have you here. Now, what are your plans for the rest of the day?
I think I have many obligations as one of the Grand Marshals throughout the day. I'm going to be speaking at different places and just soaking up all this love.
Fabulous.
Good.
Come on down, soak up the love with Miss Sharon Glass from Queer as Folk, and I'm sure you'll catch one of her speeches somewhere around the day. Don Cat, back to you.
That is quite an endorsement. I mean, she's filled with it today. That
well, you
really...
know, it is. I mean, that brings me to just, it is so moving just being here, you know, and you could tell just from her. It's a very emotional day. It is.
I mean, absolutely. As you look behind us, you can just see that everybody is so supportive of everybody else today. That's really what's going on. This is, you can see Sharon there, and then behind her, once again, is the Honorable Susan Liel, Treasurer, City and County of San Francisco.
Since 1993, she was appointed to the San Francisco Board of Supervisors. The following year, she won a 4-year term, receiving over 100,000 votes in a citywide election.
L-E-A-L, rock, 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 rock. L-E-A-L, rock, 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 rock.
I don't know. She's almost got as many folks out there as the women's motorcycle contingent. She's got a big group out there.
If you can't hear the parade, wherever you live, I'm glad you're watching us. There's Susan just being happy as can be. Thank you, everybody. Thanks so much.
We're going to get to see a little bit more about Susan Liao in one of our up-close and personal stories where we'll get to know her a little bit better.
Yes, we talked earlier about the different Grand Marshals that have been elected by the community. And so we'll visit with each one of them today, actually, and get a little up-close and personal look. It looks to me like if she ever runs for anything else, she's going to be an easy winner.
The crowds are great, too. You know, we've been out here since pretty early this morning, and the crowds have been out here with us since bright and early this morning, awaiting all of today's celebrating.
This is the Yao Kong Moonline Dancers. Dragons, kids, it's a party. Now they're marching with one of our Grand Marshals, Hoover Lee, by the way, and we'll meet Hoover a little later on also.
I tried to get one of those dragons at my son's first birthday party, but they said no. I couldn't afford them.
Here's Hoover Lee now, another one of our Grand Marshals. Hoover is the first Chinese Hawaiian person to ever win the coveted title of Grand Marshal, the Pride Parade. He's been a human rights advocate and leader in San Francisco for over 4 decades. He was a pioneering member of the Association of Lesbian and Gay Asians, and he's an active member of Gay Asian Pacific Alliances.
And as you said, we will get to know him a little bit better later as well.
That looks like a fruit drink he's got. What is he? It is.
He's got a little coconut.
He's got a coconut with an umbrella in it. Share, Hoover, share.
He's given us this sign. Isn't this the hang tight? This is a surfer sign. Come on, Don, help me out. You're from California.
Hang loose.
Hang loose.
Not hang
Thank
tight.
you. I made it up.
Yeah,
okay.
Hang tight. Yeah, that's what you want.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I did it right, though, just like that.
Well, we are just minutes really into this parade. I mean, we're going to be going on forever and ever today. You're once again seeing the parade here from our camera on the Hobart building. We thank them for that location. Now here comes FTM. That's female to male. I believe there's also an MTF later on. FTM stands for female to male, and they are the largest, longest running educational organization serving FTM transgendered people and transsexual men. They come from different backgrounds. Here's another one of our Grand Marshals now. This is our exciting duo, actually.
Absolutely. Speaking of exciting, Martine is nothing less. Martine, are you out there, darling?
That is so sweet. Right back at you, Kat. And you know, I'm loving how you look today. And as they say, bi is the new black.
Oh, no.
Standing next to me are 2 of my very favorite people that I work with at the San Francisco Chronicle, who is a proud sponsor of today's festivities. We come out every day is the brilliant slogan that they've come up with. And I'm telling you, I've got 2 of the fabulous people that make that happen every single day. Right here is Dave Ford. Dave Ford, my mentor, my love. He has a brand new column in the San Francisco Friday section called Real Life. Dave, what's your new column about?
Well, it's sort of a morphing transmogrification of my previous column, which was called Wheel Life. That was about transportation and so forth. But Real Life is going to delve into just broader and more general issues. One of the things I like as a gay person is that at the Chronicle, the work I do, I can cover gay and lesbian issues, and I do in my column, but I'm not a gay writer, because I consider myself sort of a human being and a writer first, and a gay person after that. And you know, I think that's sort of indicative of kind of where we are in coverage and where we are able to be as queer journalists in the newsroom as well. And can I say, you know, honey, you look fabulous. What have you done?
Loving you.
No, sorry, Kim Severson, you're in food. You want to eat them up?
It's not my flavor.
This is Kim Severson. She's a food writer for the San Francisco Chronicle. Be yourself, change the world is the theme. What does that mean to you?
Well, I think it means just exactly what it says. Be yourself at work, be yourself at home. You know, I was just actually talking to somebody who's marching for the first time with our Chronicle float today, and she's not out at work. And, you know, for me, I've been out for a long time, and I work with the National Lesbian Gay Journalists Association, and we are trying to do all this change the system from within. And here's somebody who I work with every day, and I actually never knew that she was gay, and she came up to me today, and it was a big, big step for her to be there. And I just think that's probably more political in many ways than all these organizations you see marching. So made me really proud of her today.
That's fabulous.
I wanted to mention real quickly, the Chronicle float today will have the pink delivery truck, of course.
Fabulous.
It's a Mardi Gras theme, but we also have with us Loco Bloco, which is a local Brazilian drumming troupe.
Easy for you to say.
Well, you know, it's the blow that's easy.
Yes, yes. Be yourself, change the world. We all at the Chronicle come out every day. Thank you very much, Dave Ford, Kim Severson, Don Cat, back to you.
Thank you, Martine.
I
Stay
think
cool out there.
Word of the day is not my flavor. Yeah, word of the day. They're all over Martine today.
A lot of work goes into this parade, and I mean the choreography that we're seeing, the music, everything, it's so precise and planned and entertaining. Absolutely.
Those aren't the Raiderettes, I know that. Man, we have, as you just sit here and feel the people coming by, this is the kind of day that it seems like so much of the theme is about who you were, who you are, and putting the combination together. That there's so many organizations that are trying to maintain either a nationality or even an occupation or something like that, in addition to your place in the community.
And I think that a lot of people are looking at this parade to launch them into a future that's better for them. There are many organizations that will march for the first time, and you see there are, you know, Saudi Arabian gay people. You never thought there were. There'll be a small contingent. The next year it's bigger and it grows and grows. Oh, I think we have another Grand Marshal coming up here.
Yes, absolutely. Grand Marshal San Francisco LGBT Community Center. Last year they won Best Musical Float in the Pride Parade. It's a brand new community center, just opened in March. Has quickly filled a much needed service for the city's lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender community.
They got music this year too.
Yes,
Listen
they
to
do.
that.
Well, this is your cue, Don, to get up on the table,
That's
right?
it. This is the dance. Yeah. Now, Donna, you're on the board of this organization, right?
Yes, I am, and I'm thrilled to be a part of a very hardworking group and a group that has made a dream come true for San Francisco. For years, we talked about a building. Now we got a building and a float and a fabulous... Woo! Hey, everybody's there.
We got it all. Yeah, the music is great today. The day is perfect.
You know, within the first month that building was booked every night, there were meetings, there were ceremonies, there were all kinds of things. It really is serving a need.
Now it's brand new, right? Just completed.
It's really the only gay and lesbian building that was built from the ground up for our community. Many times we've built bought a building, but this was built from the ground up. It included a Victorian building and then the modern building as well. It's really a wonderful step forward.
We also are going to take a closer look at that later on in the parade. And it's an interesting combination where they have the old building right next to the new building and keep it going that
That's
way.
kind of San Francisco, though, don't you think?
Absolutely.
I mean,
That's very
really
much
incorporating
so.
it all.
Well, they are also honored this year because as a Grand Marshal of the parade.
An organizational Grand Marshal. We started doing that a couple of years ago so that some of these wonderful organizations, whether they be charitable or just working hard for the community, get recognition as well.
What are some of those services that folks can find when they go to the center?
The best thing is you walk into the center and there is a table with so many brochures and so many different things. If somebody's just moving to the city and they play tennis, they can get a connection with a gay tennis club. If somebody moves here and they want to try drag for the first time, there's something to do that. Everything is there for them. Clearinghouse of information.
As we see from our sign here, the Honorable Mayor Brown is on his way, and I think that Martine is going to be a little jealous of the outfit when we finally do see the mayor today. He's looking pretty dapper, to say the least. These are the people from Stomp. They seem to love San Francisco. Stomp has been in San Francisco now for quite a length of time. We've had them on the show on Star 101.3. They're exciting kids that just love doing this.
So talented. I did a story with them as well, and they tried to teach me a few moves. Oh, I couldn't keep up.
Well, the great thing about them is there's nothing that they can't make sounds out of, and rhythm. As you can see with the brooms, obviously you can't hear it right now, but when they do their stage show, they begin, I think, with these brooms. And they, the bristle part of them and the hard part of it, it's amazing the sounds that they get out of everything. They can play anything.
Yeah. They are joining the Department of Public Works today in a campaign to stomp out litter right here in San Francisco.
Well, they're doing a hell of a sweeping job right
Yeah,
there.
they are.
They're doing a great job.
Isn't it great that these organizations, whether they are directly related to our community or not, decide they want to be a part of this parade? I mean, they could be sitting at home watching TV, but they're out there making a contribution to this parade. It's really great.
We actually, on our morning radio show one day, we took these guys and we took contestants and we sent them out to wake a girl who was going to Cal and had missed 2 tests before, had overslept. So they went out with garbage cans and everything else and made sure she didn't miss this wake-up call. It was unbelievable.
She'll never sleep so soundly again.
We should mention that radio show you're talking about, Don.
What about it?
A little Star 103.3 in which folks can see you.
You were within a number. 1013.
That's what I meant. Oh my goodness.
You were so close.
I purposely messed that up so we could spend more time on it. That's what I did. Don, seriously, when can folks hear you in the morning?
Well, 5:30 to 10 each day. 101.3. Star 101.
Please forgive me.
I believe Star
That's
101.3
one strike.
also will be in the parade today with several other of our Clear Channel radio stations that have taken an active role in the Pride Parade year after year.
And was that 5:30 a.m.?
Yeah.
That is a.m., Donna. Donna just raised her eyes and said, well, I hope you have a good show. I'll never hear it.
She's getting in about then.
That's
She's a
just
busy
about when
woman.
she is getting in.
With the activities we've had this weekend, I mean, last night, for instance, Reunion was the biggest dance party that we have here, and it was just a fabulous event. It was at the Phil Graham Auditorium. There were thousands of guys there, thousands of women there, having just the best time of their lives with music, and that ended about 5:30.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, you look good. You look good.
I held up.
Yeah. There'll be work to do.
The wonders of Diego Todd's cosmetics. There he is himself.
Does this man need an introduction?
Who is that?
I don't know. He looks good in a cowboy hat, though.
Well, he's been a great supporter of this event forever.
And of this community. People don't realize he was one of the first lawmakers in California to fight for abolishing laws that restricted our lifestyles. And he did it enthusiastically, and he continues to.
Willie began championing lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender issues in the early 1960s when he introduced the first bill to legalize same-gender sex between consenting adults. Brown also sponsored bills aimed at ending discrimination in housing and the workplace and was behind the nation's first funding for HIV/AIDS research. He is a supporter of same-gender marriage and has presided over 6 domestic partner ceremonies.
I think he also loves a parade. There's no doubt about that. He is so accessible. You know, his number, I mean, is listed. You can call the mayor at home.
Uh-oh, I think the boots are coming.
The boots are made for walking. And that's just what they'll do. And one of these days, these boots are going to walk all over you. Good morning, Nancy Sinatra. Look at she's holding up the boots. How good is that?
Oh, my.
You know, she was also at that party last night I was talking about at Reunion. She made a surprise appearance at 1:30, and the house just went crazy.
Did she do the song?
She did. She had the white boots on. She had 2 dancers, and she can move around that stage.
She looks fantastic.
He said she got through it once. She wanted to do it again.
Yes, she did. Roll it again.
Roll it again.
Well, you know, back then, of course, when that song came out, they're only like 2-minute songs. Now they're 4 or 5 minutes.
Hey, let's head out to Martine. I think he's talking with Miss Boots herself. Martine, out there.
I am shaking in my boots and walking in my boots because we wanted to get a couple words from Nancy Sinatra. Thank you so much for being out here today. You look stunning.
Oh, you're kidding. I got to bed at 5 and I got up at 8. I can't possibly look stunning. You look great,
Oh, well,
I must say.
thank you. A party
Like
girl.
those shades.
Yeah, thank you. There you go. Party girl out to my own heart. Now, are you performing later today at Civic Center?
No, I did a show last night and a gay pride event after that last night, and we're going to go back to LA today.
Fabulous. What does it mean? What does it mean for you to be here today?
It's an honor to be here today.
Fabulous.
I love this effort, and I love that it's happening, and I love this city, and I'm very proud to be here.
Nancy Sinatra, we are honored to have you. Thank you very much and happy Pride to you. Don, Kat, back to you.
You know, it sounds like she may have partied a little bit too much last night. She sounds today, I'm happy to be here and I'm tired.
Martine can be a lot for someone, even
Yeah,
if they
that's
get a
right.
full night's sleep.
Yeah, well, like Ian said, why are you shouting at me? because he always shouts.
He's a passionate man. We love that man.
I believe this is ACT UP. Is that correct? With banners about medical marijuana. There's Nancy again.
Yeah.
What do you know about ACT UP, Donna? Anything in particular?
Okay. And here we have, well, this is the medical cannabis that they're supporting. ACT UP does a lot of things that frankly, some of us would say we can't do because it's too revolutionary, it's too rebellious. But, you know, thank goodness there are people that push that envelope and get some issues examined. They're very active in San Francisco.
I believe they're actually, well, no, I guess they're not.
Be careful now. I'm the expert here.
I think they're actually, no, of course they aren't. Here's Assembly Majority Leader Kevin Shelley now, as Majority Leader in the California State Assembly and now the Democratic nominee for Secretary of State. He's been an advocate for the gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender community in California for a long time.
He's awake. He's awake.
He was not at that party last night.
Oh, that's it. He went to bed early. Good boy.
You know, this week can wear anybody out. Thursday night, there was a concert, the Gay Men's Chorus and the Lesbian Gay Chorus of San Francisco and the Gay Freedom Band all played together. It was another great coming together of these organizations. But it was a concert Thursday night with another party after that. You could really wear yourself out this week.
I see you're still wearing heels, though. I'm proud of you, Donna.
Well, she wears boots, I wear heels.
This is Dignity San Francisco. Dignity is an inclusive faith community of lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender Catholics. This year they proclaim that we're all members of one body, symbolized by the rainbow of ribbons connecting us to the cross. Hasn't been a particularly great year for Catholics, and I assume that especially Catholics in this community with double trouble, sort of. And it's great to find, once again, we were talking about that so many of these organizations really are trying to keep where you came from and include that in where you're going.
And how can we meld that? I mean, so many times we're told that we just don't belong, but some of the traditions and the ceremonies and the beliefs are still ours. So there are courageous people that make that work.
Here's Assemblywoman Carol Migden. Now, she has been, Donna, involved in your life, in every queer's life in San Francisco forever.
Probably 20 years. She's talked about as being the most powerful lesbian in the United States. And that may be true because she was laughing at an event the other day that she controls the purse strings really right now because she's the head of the budget for the legislature. And she says it's so powerful to suddenly be able to say to these right-wing groups, you want a little building? No.
I'll let you know.
Oh, very good.
I'll get back to you.
Thank you.
This year she's celebrating the passage of AB 25, the historic bill that expands the rights for domestic partners in a way that makes it closer to marriage. That's always been a big problem, hasn't it, Donna?
It has, and Carol's been on the forefront of that all along, saying, you know, look, if we're going to marry, we should have, if we can marry, we should have the same benefits. And there are tons of them, but we don't have survival benefits, we don't have inheritance benefits, we don't have insurance benefits. And all of that is going to change, I'm convinced, within the next 10 years because of people like Carol Migden.
Thank you, Donna, so much. We are so glad we have your insight this morning. You're going to stick with us all morning long, folks. More from Pride 2002 when we come back.
Today's live coverage of the 2002 Pride Parade will continue right after these messages.
If you've been hurt in an auto accident, call 1-800-4INJURY. Our attorneys fight hard to get you the money you deserve for your injuries. When an accident happens, call 1-800-4INJURY. Help is on the way. 1-800-4INJURY.
To keep your business moving in the right direction, you need to make the best decisions about your image. Fast Signs offers sign and graphic solutions to make your choices simple. With locations coast to coast, Fast Signs is ready to keep your business moving. Fast Signs, sign and graphic solutions made simple. Call, click, or visit a Fast Signs location near you.
How On the WB Sunday, Charmed and Angel, now on a new night.
Easy, boys. There's enough for everyone.
Charmed moves to the WB Sunday at 8, 7 Central.
Ooh. We kick evil's ass every day. Sometimes twice a day.
Charmed. Then on Angel, the sins of the past.
Hello, lover.
And an unborn future let loose a power that will break Angel's soul. Angel.
Tonight at 8 on WB20.
If you're hurt in a car wreck, stand up for your rights. Call 1-800-4INJURY. Our attorneys and staff can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 1-800-4INJURY. Help is on the way. 1-800-4INJURY.
We're back with the 2002 Pride Parade. Now to the excitement on the street with Don Blue and Kat Sadler.
Be yourself, change the world. That's the theme for the Pride Parade this year. And one of our the most colorful and as they said earlier, why are you shouting? Because he's just too excited about today. It's just too much. Let's go to Martine on the street, see what he's got.
I'm just loud and obnoxious. That's all I can say. I don't know what to say. I'm so excited. I've got so much energy. I'm teeming with it. Anyway, standing next to me are two very important people from a very important organization called Academy of Art College. They are a premier supporter for the show today. Standing next to me here is Bill. Bill, I want to ask you, why is Academy of Art College here today?
Well, the Academy of Art College makes its mission to support community events such as the Gay Pride Parade. And the Academy of Art College also supports student-run galleries. We give scholarships to high school students. As well, we give grants to teachers during the summer.
Fabulous. Very well said. Very well said. And Jay standing here with a fabulous outfit on himself. Very nice. Very nice. Now, you have a very special organization at Academy of Art College, right?
The Rainbow Artists Association, and this is our first contingent in the Pride Parade. We've been creating this association for the last 3 years, and we're really happy to be here. We have great, fabulous weather. The kids are excited to march and show you what we do.
Fabulous. Well, honey, it's all about showing what you do, because today it's about be yourself, change the world. Absolutely. Don, Kat, I'm going to toss it right back to you.
Thank you, Martine. Looking good out there.
Martine with the moves.
Yeah.
But you know who else has got some pretty good moves? I don't know. They might give Martine a run for his money.
Cheer.
Cheer San Francisco.
Cheer San Francisco. I saw them yesterday at the Civic Center. I believe they were raising some money. Now, Donna, we're raising money over the weekend also. It's not just a celebration.
That's the great thing about this community. There is not a week that goes by there's not some great fundraiser, whether it's a bar or an organization in town, whether it's a big event at a hotel. There's always money being raised. This is the most generous community. People that don't make a lot of money are going to sacrifice some of their own money so they can make something work that wouldn't otherwise.
All right, B, give me some spirit here. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Cheer San Francisco has been sharing the spirit of the community for 22 years. The team is made up of over 40 members who perform competitive style, high-energy cheerleading. Here they go. Dance and stunt routines also to popular music. They were a party in a bottle yesterday. The primary mission of this unique cheerleading team is to raise money through their Cheer for Life program, and they do it quite well. They had their buckets there yesterday, and you couldn't pass them by.
The key, like you said, is competitive. They don't mess around, as you can see right now. Very talented group.
They're great. And you know, you were talking earlier, Don, about claiming your past and turning it around. I mean, how many guys were there that really wanted to be cheerleaders? And now they can be with Cheer San Francisco.
Well, so can you, actually. They have tryouts. Cheer San Francisco holds tryouts in July of every year. If you want to contact them, you go to cheersff.org. That's cheersff.org. And maybe you can be a cheerleader too. Nope, I can't.
I was going to ask you, Don, but I didn't know if I should go there.
They're not throwing me like that.
You know, there's a Cheer New York, a Cheer Houston, a Cheer Tallahassee. It's spread across the country now, too, and they do have conventions, and they all work together. It's great.
Now, was Cheer SF the first?
They were the first, as many of these organizations were.
Fantastic.
That was not with a net. Did you notice?
I did notice. That's some hard concrete under that.
They say, bring the noise, bring the noise.
Now, Donna, it seems like there are so many people here from out of town. Last night, the Dykes on Bikes I was talking to, some of the women involved, and they were just saying, that they come from everywhere. It's almost a parade itself coming to San Francisco. But we are quite the mecca, are we not?
We are, and that's another great thing about the community center now. Before, when you came here to visit, you had to count on your friends for connections. What's the newest restaurant? What's the place to go? Where's my affinity group? Now you can go right there, and it's all available.
Let's hear it for Cheers. Well, you're cheering San Francisco. It's what it's all about. Cheering for life, this group. They don't invite everyone in the world for nothing. Check them out. They gotta go to women.
They love you, Donna.
Well,
they all love you.
I have done a couple of things with them. Whenever they have a fundraiser, it's great for me to MC, and they do all the difficult part.
Yes. They have to sweat.
That group has grown, too. When I first started working with them, it was maybe 5 years ago. There were 10 or 12 of them. They had trouble filling the spots. Now people clamor for those auditions.
And like you mentioned, I think we see here now Cheer LA. So.
Oh, they're here. I didn't realize they were in the parade. Great.
It's all about a smaller group.
There's a lot of spirit here, and I guess there would be a little competition. There was a little competition earlier this week as the voters were made for Grand Marshal. We're going to meet another one of our Grand Marshals. This is Hoover Lee, one of the winners, a native of San Francisco's Chinatown.
Hey, we're standing out in front of one of the hottest clubs here in the Mission called El Rio, and standing next to me is Shauna Virago. Now, tell me the name of your band again.
I'm Shauna Virago and the Deadly Nightshade Family.
Shauna's band mixes sonic rock with in-your-face politics. She and fellow Grand Marshal Christopher Lee ran together on behalf of the transgender community.
So they just selected a couple freaks of nature to represent them this year.
Yes, we're proud to represent the diverse and perverse.
As an activist, Shauna crusades against brutality. In her day job, she helps victims of domestic abuse at Community United Against Violence.
I think it's about time that two transgender people get to be at the front of the parade, especially since we initiated the Stonewall riots, which the modern queer civil rights movement comes from.
This restroom is a unisex bathroom, and I think San Francisco should have a lot more of those. Drag queen, drag king.
I don't think you can fight for your civil liberties if you're hiding in the closet. So be yourself, change the world for me means come on out and be proud of who you are.
Clearly enjoying her new role.
I'm just being the Grand Marshal.
She plans on keeping all campaign promises.
And I also promised anyone who voted for me that I would remain transgender until after the parade is over, and damn it, I'm going to stick to that promise.
That, of course, is Shauna Virago. I had mentioned Hoover Lee. Hoover Lee, one of the other Grand Marshals, but that, of course, was Shauna Virago. And a lot of energy there also.
Absolutely. America's favorite darling. She and, of course, Christopher Lee, correct, Donna?
Yes.
They duo together.
And I don't want that cable car to go by without a mention. The G40 Plus Club, which is a great organization. Again, it's people of a certain age that said, we're having a good time and still partying and we want to be there. They changed their name recently to the Prime Timers instead. There's no age limit on fun in San Francisco.
We need some beads, everybody. They're trying to throw us some beads. There we go.
Oh, you didn't get any beads?
I didn't get any, like you, Don.
Oh, you know what? You have to earn these. You don't just get them.
Oh, so tell me how to do that.
Well, I can't tell you.
That's a different parade.
Okay, now.
And I bet Donna's been in that parade also.
This is an interesting organization. They're protecting people when they go to big dance clubs, which a lot of us do. The music is often so loud, they'll provide earplugs for you so you're not going to damage your ears. They also advise you about drinking lots of water and taking care of yourself in that environment.
Well, it is an unbelievable day here as everybody is having a great time. The costumes are spectacular. The clothing and the colors are beautiful. We will be back with more of Pride Parade 2002.
Today's coverage of the San Francisco Pride Parade 2002 is brought to you in part by Bud Light. For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light. And Body Time. We want your body. Now, stay tuned for more excitement as the parade continues.
Love fashion? So do we. We offer degree programs in fashion design, knitwear, textiles, and merchandising.
Careers start today at academyart.edu. It's our life. Make it yours. Academy of Art College, San Francisco.
Guys, listen up for a second. To my man T. On his last night of freedom. Guys, who could that be, huh?
We received some noise complaints.
Well, hello, officer. Look at this.
All right, guys. We can either do this the easy way or the hard way.
The hard way!
We're gonna need the paddy wagon.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light.
Hello?
All the dreams that you dream, it's body time. Feeling good helps do your best. Some things beat out all the rest. Just swing on a switch. A good life playing with a puppy. A bubble bath. For all the dreams that you dream, it's body time.
DiPietro Todd Salon. Be yourself, change your hair.
Order your VHS copy of the 2002 San Francisco Pride Parade. Call 1-800-GET-WOLF or log on to wolfvideo.com. Proceeds benefit the San Francisco Gay and Lesbian Historical Society. Supplies are limited, so order today.
Love art? So do we. We offer degree programs in 10 majors, including fine art, graphic, and
Good morning to everyone. We are so glad you're joining us. That continues to get better and better this morning.
You know what? We have to go to Lord Martine right away because they're taking him away. Let's check in with Martine.
Ready to go away. The party is alive. Let me tell you, I am on the Smirnoff float standing next to one hot number. Ouch. This is Alan. Alan, tell me, why are you here today? I'm here today to celebrate freedom of my expression, freedom to be gay. Someone just come out and be yourself. You look fabulous. And this one over here, honey, she's too hot to handle. Get your butt down here. The party has just begun. And as I said, we are family. Don Cat, back to you.
We are family.
I'm speechless.
You know what? There's enough energy there for everybody. By the way, right now we're going to visit with Don Thompson, writer, columnist, and activist representing the leather community. Don, we bring you on at a time here where the noise couldn't be any better.
That's right.
This is pretty good. Tell me about the leather community and their involvement.
Well, it's very strange. The leather community seems to do a lot of work, more than most other communities, fundraising all the time for AIDS causes. I think maybe because the community was hit hard at the beginning, and people became activists to raise money, and it just snowballed to events and shows and everything.
Yes. Now, how do people participate in the leather community? Where do they come from?
They just turn up at everything they can see. They go to the bars or fetish and fantasy ball, things like that, and pay that $20 or whatever, knowing it's going to a good cause.
What about the Leather Pride flag?
Well, that was invented by Tony DeBlas, who is a San Francisco man, so he's got a good connection with San Francisco. And people say, what does it mean? And we asked Tony once, what does it mean? He said, it means whatever you want it to mean.
Yeah.
You know?
It's kind of the theme of the day, actually.
Yeah, well, there's the black and blue, you know, you can guess that one. And the white is supposed to be purity and integrity. And the heart is for the passion and compassion and giving and all that kind of thing.
How has San Francisco served as, I guess you'd call it the capital for the leather community?
It's a small city, so it's a little nucleus. It's a family. We all know each other, you know. Whereas in a bigger city like LA, it doesn't seem to coalesce quite the same way.
And are you growing? Is it a community within the community that is truly growing?
Well, we lost a lot of people to age, you know, and it's coming back. It's difficult to get younger people to come in, you know, but gradually they're coming in.
Now, what about the diversity of the Pride community, the leather community, and all of the other groups?
Well, yeah, we have very diverse. Peter Jackson here is from Canada. He's Mr. San Francisco Leather, just went by us. We have Mr. Mexico Leather just further along, and we have a number of people of color, not enough, but
yeah. And how are they? How do they get to be Mr. Mexico Leather?
Well, there's a contest, and there are half a dozen judges and half a dozen contestants, sometimes 60 contestants.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's in the pre-judging. They ask them, you know, Are they going to work? Are they going to do fundraising? Are they going to be representatives of the community? Are they going to get out there and be political?
How did you, Don, become involved in the community, and how long has it been for you?
It's been a long time. Alan Selby, who is just behind this contingent coming up now in a car, he was one of the first people to see what was going on with the AIDS crisis, and he started all kinds of contests, like Leather Daddy's Boy, Fetish and Fantasy Ball, all to promote AIDS. And I used to go and work and help. And what can I do, you know? And once, I'm thinking he'd say, you know, take the money at the door. And one time he said, be a contestant. I said, me? Why? It's ridiculous. He said, well, we just don't have enough bodies on the stage. You won't win. Don't worry about it.
Do whatever you need. Speaking of bodies, let's check in with Martine one more time.
I got one hot body standing next to me in leather. Let me tell you. John, why are you here today?
To support Leather Pride.
Leather Pride? Explain what that is.
Leather Pride is letting people know that we're people just like everybody else in the gay community, to make people see that you know, that we're just like you and them and everybody else here.
Fabulous. Honey, I am joining your team. I'm getting on your bike. Who is your daddy? Don Cat, back to you.
Who is your daddy, darling?
Who is your daddy?
Who is your daddy, darling?
You know, the day is so wonderful today. The weather is so wonderful that I believe a lot of people who had an original costume have shed at least a portion of it and are showing a little more than anticipated earlier. When it's a chilly Pride Parade, it's a little different than when it's a warm Pride Parade, and today definitely is a warm Pride Parade.
You don't have to just wear leather pants, right, Don? There are a lot of leather options.
Every possible combination, from the tiniest briefs to complete cloaks, whatever's in your mind, you know.
It might be a warm day for leather. Don, you think does it get too hot?
No, it doesn't. No, you can shed it.
That's right. It's all about the attitude also.
Those are the 4 Dyke title holders just went by us.
So there are 4 of them.
Dyke Daddy, Dyke Boy, Dyke Girl, and Dyke Diva.
Ooh, Dyke Diva. I like that one.
Yeah.
Ooh, I might run for that.
Okay.
What do you think?
What about the unity of the leather community? Are there contingents within the community, and then they all get together?
They do, yeah. They're very united. There are their own little splinter groups, but there's not much dissension. Everybody works together. They're pretty good like that.
Well, and also, like you said, I mean, the people who are Mr. Leather Mexico or Mr. Leather San Francisco are there not just, it's not a prize, they're actually leaders.
They are leaders, yeah. They're supposed to represent us morally and politically and do a lot of fundraising work. And if it's necessary to go to the mayor's office about something, that's the person who would go.
Right, exactly.
We're going to go to our person, Mr. Martine, out there right now. Martine, what do you have for us?
I have standing with me 2 of the most beautiful people in San Francisco. Back when I moved here to San Francisco, my very first job 10 years ago was a receptionist at DiPietro Todd Salon, and they taught me everything I know about beauty, image, and fashion, let me tell you. Now, DiPietro Todd Salon is all over the Bay Area. They got a salon in Palo Alto, Mill Valley, and of course right downtown in San Francisco. And they are all about the community. But primarily Andrew Todd, who, is he gorgeous or what? Okay, I want to ask you, why are you here today?
Well, you know, as you know, Martine, we've been in the community for about 15 years. We live in the community. A lot of the people we hire and a lot of the clients we see are ensconced in the community. We support the kinds of people we have working for us, and we just love this city. It's such a great city.
We love you back. And Kim Todd, how beautiful is she? I love you, Kim Todd. And they say bi is the new black, remember? Be yourself, change the world. Kim Todd, what does that mean to you?
Well, I love the theme this year. I think everyone should be themselves, and I always encourage everyone that works with us to be themselves. And it's important to love who you are and love everyone for who they are. And it's just change the world too. You have to change the stream of consciousness and all the thinking, and everyone should just have a good time. And I'm so excited to be here.
This is your first Pride, yeah? Very cool, very cool. DiPietro Todd Salon, be yourself, change your hair. www.dpietrotodd.com. Don, Cat, back to you. I'm going to hang out with the beautiful people down here.
I love their slogan, be yourself, change your hair.
That's right.
They helped me out today, too. They're fantastic.
She had more bangage going on today. Was that what you called it? Bangage.
Yeah.
I'm seeing actually a leather kilt that I haven't seen a leather kilt before, and it looks good. Don, with the leather community and all of the people involved, we are seeing the diversity within that community. What were some of the events like this weekend now that everybody's involved in?
Oh, there's lots of stuff going on at the various bars. You know, most of it's in the bars. And I don't know why, I guess that's where it started.
Sure.
There's a big dance tonight afterwards down at Pleasure Dome, which is there's always been a leather hangout. And that's a big thing. There's stuff going on in City Hall where Daddy Alan Selby's getting a Community Service Award. And I guess that's all that we're doing specifically. We're just marching, showing our pride.
Marching, lots more marching to be done this morning. We thank you so much, Don Thompson with the leather community, joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We're just getting started here, folks. Much more from Pride Parade 2002. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
San Francisco Pride Parade 2002 is brought to you in part by the Cavara Law Firm at 1-800-4-INJURY and Fairfield Hyundai. More from Market Street right after this.
If you're hurt in a car wreck, stand up for your rights. Call 1-800-4-INJURY. Our attorneys and staff can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 1-800-4-INJURY. Help is on the way. 1-800-4-INJURY. Motorcycles on the open road can be fun to ride, but when a careless driver causes devastating injuries, it's time to call 1-800-4-INJURY. When an accident happens, call 1-800-4-INJURY. Help is on the way. 1-800-4-INJURY.
We're back with the 2002 Pride Parade. Now to the excitement on the street with Don Blue and Kat Sadler.
Oh, there it is. The flag, the Pride flag. San Francisco Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, Transgender Pride Parade today. Check the colors out, the diversity. Marchers are having a wonderful time today. The weather couldn't be any better. It is truly a special event today.
Special event.
You just can't you can't expect ever to have a better day. You know, there are times when you have things like the 4th of July celebration and we get fog, or you have the Beta Breakers and we end up with rain. But this is truly amazing today. It couldn't be any better, and usually is for this day.
And that flag just says it all, doesn't it? You know, the colors of the rainbow. It's a beautiful celebration of diversity today. And
also, people are throwing coins in the middle of the flag. Once again, just an example of how money is raised in this community, probably more efficiently than almost any other community in the Bay Area.
Well, we are very honored to have another special guest for you all this morning. Sarah Ridge with Body Time is joining us today. Body Time has chosen to support Pride in a major way.
Yeah.
Why have you all chosen to support this year?
Well, we supported last year, and it was a gas. We had a great time. And I just think that the spirit behind the Pride Parade and the spirit behind our companies are, akin. They lend themselves to the association. We've bucked the system for 31 years and stayed small and local. And so as the Pride Parade has been bucking the system all along.
What is it like to be so close to the celebration? A lot of people come out and they do participate and support the parade, but being so close and showing your support the way you have.
It's wonderful. I'm here with my husband and my 2 kids, and they're dancing and boogieing, having a great time. I'm actually surprised at how much fun they're having, because it's a big, big parade. But the energy is palpable. You know, they're really feeling it. It's very fun.
You got to figure it's going to be, you know, an annual event. I mean, your kids every year are going, when is that? When is that? Let's go.
Right, right. Yeah, the whole experience is wonderful. And it's a really positive, peaceful feeling. You know, there's no negative energy here.
Well, that's the whole thing about the gay community is it is so supportive of all of the other aspects of the community.
Right. Well, that's why it was important to us to support it, because, you know, I believe in putting our money in our local economy, and we're a small community-based company. And
tell us a little bit about that, the philosophy behind Body Time and kind of...
Well, we're family-owned and operated. I'm the third generation. My grandmother started the company in 1970 on Telegraph Avenue in Berkeley, and we have 9 stores, and we have never sold out. You know, we just try to stay true to our values, which is telling the truth.
And good body products.
Yeah, we
How
sell.
fitting for today.
It's true. Wonderful personal care products made locally. Beautiful, beautiful botanicals and essential oils and perfumes and custom scenting and great customer service. It's a wonderful place.
Some of those bare chests we're seeing have to have some of that oil on there, I'm sure.
They need some sweet almond oil.
Absolutely. Sarah Ridge, thank you so much for joining us today. Have a great time.
Thank you.
Very good.
I think they also need a little sunscreen today.
I think that's a good point.
They do. I should have brought some.
I think there's going to be some people today that are going to have burns where they perhaps haven't had burns before. Why, that's a tender little area, isn't it? Yeah.
Although I wouldn't be surprised if they've had them there before.
Yeah. This is the whole weekend, of course. The Pride Parade is just a part of the weekend. Yesterday at the Civic Center, hundreds of thousands of people, music, food, I mean, every kind of food you can imagine. There's also, if you make a donation to the community, you get a discount on all of your drinks, which is a great idea, especially if you're going to have several.
And that again is a suggested $3 donation, correct?
Yes, yeah. You don't even, I mean, obviously you don't have to make a donation, but yes, that's the suggested one.
And again, the party going today, noon to 7 o'clock tonight there at the Civic Center.
And of course, just as we're talking about the parties, here's Living Sober, the contingent of sober people who don't drink or do drugs. Most are involved in 12-step recovery programs. You can celebrate Pride, obviously, by and while being sober.
Absolutely.
People today making friends for the first time. Obviously, you know, they're marching with a contingent of their whatever their connection to the community is, but I'm sure that at the end of this weekend there are so many people that have lifelong friends from today on.
We have a new friend joining us today as well. Absolutely. Kate Kendall, thank you for joining us. You're with the NCLR. Tell us about your organization and what it is exactly.
Well, sure. The National Center for Lesbian Rights is a legal advocacy organization. We've been representing lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender folks all over the country in issues of family law, youth, immigration, elder law, and our most recent project, homophobia in women's sports.
So how is it that you all get out in the community? What exactly where are your efforts, I suppose?
Well, you know, one thing that LGBT people all suffer from in equal amounts is marginalization in our legal system. We're marginalized, we don't have legal rights, we don't have respect for our relationships, we don't have protection for our families, we don't have security as individuals. And one thing that NCLR does is try and change the legal system to make sure that doesn't happen. One of our clients who is with us today, who will be in the parade with us, for example, is Sharon Smith. We all know Sharon Smith's story. Her partner Diane killed in the most horrific way imaginable, and to add insult to injury, California law said to her that her relationship was legally meaningless. We want to change that, and that's the kind of work we've been doing for 25 years.
But you're busy in all kinds of areas. You were just talking about sports. How are you involved there?
Well, you know, when you think about it, I bet that you couldn't name on one hand openly lesbian and gay currently playing athletes. And we all know that there are hundreds of them. The fact that sport, the place where popular culture celebrates these icons, is not a safe place for people to come out is something that must change.
Yeah.
The fact that we've got people marching in this contingent in our immigration project, for example, who fear deportation when they've been in long-term committed relationships because their relationship is not legally recognized and respected, well, that's just a travesty. And we want to change that, and we want to change the culture, and we think a way to do that in terms of our work is by changing the legal system.
You have a lot of work ahead of you, definitely. Right now, we're going to go to Martine on the street, see what's going on.
I got one of my favorite contingents with me, and it's because, why is it my favorite? Because they pay the bills. It's the San Francisco Chronicle, home base for Lord Martine, and standing next to me is Joe Brown, spokesperson for the San Francisco Chronicle. Now, 2 years ago, you came up with the phrase, "We came out every day," right?
Out every day, and we know you do.
I was born out. Why is San Francisco Chronicle here today?
Well, we're one of the first major newspapers to ever sponsor a major gay pride, and we just love it. We have a lot of gay employees. We're part of this community. It's a fun event. We're in the vanguard of gay coverage in newspapers. So it makes sense for us, and it makes sense for the city.
And you've got Loco Bloco back here.
Yeah, they're a great local Brazilian dancing and drumming troupe. They just won the Carnival Parade competition. And of course, we planned it this way.
Who won the World Cup today?
Brazil.
That's right.
Of course, if Germany had won, we would have had an Oompa band. You know.
Fabulous. You guys rock. Thank you, Doug.
Oh, the music is fabulous today. We come out every day, the San Francisco Chronicle. It was hard not. I noticed Martine and also his partner there were. It's hard not to dance around while you're doing your little interview.
I know. I keep getting caught on camera. It's okay, though. We're allowed
It's
to,
all right?
Okay.
It's a party.
Give me the approval.
It's a celebration.
So much energy these people have. It is contagious, isn't it?
Well, the great thing is, you know, we're at the beginning of the parade, and you wonder how much energy is going to be left. But I think that just looking at the attitudes of these people, there's going to be plenty of energy all day. We can already figure, like I said, the Dykes on Bikes will probably finish the parade by now, and who knows what kind of party they're having already. Nobody really wants to leave, though. Everybody wants to continue to march and be a part of it.
Uh-oh, this one a popular one.
I've heard this song. The NorCal Waste Systems, here they are. There's two antique garbage trucks, actually, that they have in the parade today. The Precision Drill Team also is the 8-member team of garbage collectors and administrative personnel that can, I believe they're the Can Carriers of America, or whatever the group is called. But they're pretty good with those things.
Absolutely. Kate is still joining us with NCLR. Thanks for being here. You spoke, Kate, about these efforts that you are having and the differences you are trying to make. Tell us kind of specifically how you all are doing this and making the changes that you were talking about.
Well, there are many ways in which one can advocate for lesbian and gay civil rights and equality. One of the prongs that we use and the way we advocate is changing the legal system, changing the laws in this country so that our families and our relationships are recognized and respected. There are many other ways that we work in coalition with other groups within political systems to change policies that institutions and businesses have. But what we've found is that in our 25 years of advocacy, we actually have made headway in changing laws. 25 years ago, the idea of lesbians and gay men openly adopting as openly gay and lesbian people children, or the idea that our relationships would one day be legally recognized and respected were laughable ideas. And now, in most states, openly lesbian and gay people can adopt, and the idea that our relationships might one day be legally recognized and respected is really a possible reality.
Are you getting help from lesbian celebrities? Do you have either spokespeople or people that, just have some visibility that are helping you out a lot?
Well, one thing that we find is that the way we get support, and we have a huge base of donors and supporters, and the way we really get their support is when they hear a personal story from someone where it really impacts them. We got our first check, for example, from Ellen DeGeneres, who became a major donor when she heard about the Sharon Smith story. And that's how, when people hear about those stories, so we do have a certain number of lesbians, and also gay men for that matter, who are notable and known, whose names are known nationally, who support our work, but almost all of them came to support our work by either being marginalized themselves or by hearing a story and realizing they wanted the world changed and that we were part of that change.
This is our family coalition that you're seeing now. This is the Bay Area's lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender family group. 500 member families. The family coalition runs some of the Bay Area's largest family events, as well as advocating for the rights of lesbian, gay, bisexual, transsexual families with or without children. You can join them, by the way, at their hitching post at the San Francisco LGBT Center. Register as domestic partners, leave with a beautiful souvenir photo, as well as some important legal rights for you and your partner.
Did you see that cute little baby, Don?
I did.
That's Quinn. I actually know that little baby.
No kidding.
That's her mother, Erin. Absolutely.
Oh, now we have to name everybody.
Hey, I got connections.
The challenge mounts.
Connections on the streets. Hey, everybody, we're just getting started this morning.
That's
you know
Waldo.
the dog.
I know the dog. That's Waldo.
You know the dog. Be yourself. Change the world.
Waldo.
Everybody, we'll be right back.
Stay.
Today's coverage of the San Francisco Pride Parade 2002 is brought to you in part by Bud Light. For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light. And Body Time. We want your body. Now, stay tuned for more excitement as the parade continues.
Love fashion? So do we. We offer degree programs in fashion design, knitwear, textiles, and merchandising.
Careers start today at academyart.edu. It's our life. Make it yours. Academy of Art College, San Francisco.
Great night for a swim.
I don't have my bathing suit.
That's okay. Neither do I. Look at the moon. What could possibly make this moment more perfect?
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
For all your hopes and your dreams, it's body time. Sometimes I dream you're close to me, so close I smell your sweet skin, so close I feel the warmth of your cheek brushing mine. For all your hopes and your dreams, it's body time.
DiPietro Todd Salon. Be yourself, change your hair.
Love art? So do we. We offer degree programs in 10 majors, including fine art, graphic, and industrial design. Careers start today at academyart.edu. It's our life. Make it yours. Academy of Art College, San Francisco.
Catch the rebroadcast of the San Francisco Pride Parade 2002 tonight at midnight, right here on WB20, the Bay Area's WB. Home Improvement, weekdays at 5 and 5:30 on WB20, the Bay Area's WB. We're back with the San Francisco Pride Parade 2002. Today's special program is brought to you in part by the Academy of Art College, San Francisco, 1-800-544-ARTS, and the DiPietro Todd Salon. Be yourself, change your hair. And now, back to Don Blue and Kat Sadler.
Here it is, by the way, a beautiful bird's eye view of the Pride Parade from the Hobart Building in downtown San Francisco. You can see the length and, of course, how special the day is.
Gorgeous.
Absolutely perfect weather. Yeah, it couldn't be any better at all. Everybody's having a wonderful time today. And the families that just came by, there are so many kids that are involved in the parade. You know they're going to want to come back again next year and enjoy this. And it's just such a positive. One of our guests earlier was talking about the positive energy. I mean, that there's nothing here that's negative. It's all just up and positive and fun.
I've seen the word love like a million times, and to me that says it all. Speaking of my love, Martine, darling, hello to you, sir.
Now, Kat, you're one for my gutter sitting hard. Now, you know, I feel very comfortable sitting down here in the gutter because I'm sitting next to three of the most beautiful 17-year-old girls. Two from Berkeley, one an exchange student from Spain. Now, first, sweetie, what's your name?
Rachel.
And why are you here today, Rachel?
Because I think it's so much fun to be here, and I'm having a great time.
You are so cute. This is your first Pride, right?
Yes.
You are so adorable. Now, you've been traveling, right?
No, she's been traveling.
She's been traveling. Well, nonetheless, these girls are very worldly for their age, and you're from Spain. You're here as an exchange student?
Yes.
What is your name?
Anta.
You are so cute. What do you think of all this madness?
I love it.
She loves it. All of them love it. I love them. Don Cat, back to you. We're going to have some fun down here.
Thank you, Martine.
The man in the gutter. All right.
There's nothing better than young folks just embracing the fact that we're celebrating today, embracing.
Well, I think
differences.
also, you know, that as we move through the generations, I mean, the things that are changing, and Donna, I mean, you've been living through this time of change. It must be a pretty special moment.
Well, I think the parade itself has come to a new level, too, that people could participate no matter what their sexual orientation. It's about celebrating diversity and life and joy, and everybody's here doing that.
I'm in.
I'm in. Yeah.
I think our smiles are going to hurt by the end of this day, because it's that kind of parade. There's very little other than smiling and laughing.
Now we're saying another big group, PFLAG parents. Am I saying that correct,
yes,
Donna?
You are.
Thank you.
Parents and friends.
Families, friends of lesbians and gays. A large multi-generational contingent with, as you can see, small children, grown children, parents, grandparents, everybody marching as family groups with all their matching T-shirts and a lovely boa there. Rainbow boa.
Great. I don't know if you know, but in every parade across the country that's the Pride celebration like this is the contingent that gets the biggest response because it touches all of us so closely. We each have parents and brothers and sisters that don't accept us, and these parents go out front and say, we accept you, we love you as you are.
What was it like for you, Donna?
Well, I'm not in touch with my parents because of that largely. I mean, they live in another state, and you know, it's too complicated. So some people make the decision to include them. In this case, I've got such a great family here that's just been created from friends and loved ones.
I was going to say, you are such a part of this community. But again, so many of the organizations here are kind of trying to make a connection with what people had and what they are and where they're going, and just try to include all of that in a big bushel basket of support.
PFLAG is a national organization with 450 chapters across the country. Volunteer leadership and members provide support, education, and advocacy for equal rights of lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people. And I believe that cable car is specifically for the elders, which is
right. That's a great thing about this parade. We make sure that anybody that wants to be in the parade can be. There's accessibility for wheelchairs. There's accessibility for sight-impaired people, hearing-impaired people. So everybody's a part of it.
Well, as we know, the Grand Marshals, 5 different people from the community that have been chosen. Actually, 4 people in a building, but we'll talk more about that.
Important building.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. But right now, one of the Grand Marshals of the parade. In fact, the vote getter, Hoover Lee, is one of the winners. Hoover is a native of San Francisco's Chinatown. Here's Hoover.
We're standing here at the gates of Chinatown, San Francisco with one of today's Grand Marshals, Hoover Lee. Hoover, you've been recognized as a bridge between communities.
I have been a member of the Chinese American Democratic Club, the Asian Pacific Democratic Club, Organization Chinese American.
Wow.
And a member of Chinese for Affirmative Action.
Hoover came out in 1979 and helped create acceptance for gay Chinese people.
And, it's not like today, like we can be mentors to the younger gays. I was afraid to even walk through Chinatown with someone effeminate, but today I have no problem.
Now, Hoover, tell me the story about your having a dress made here.
I was fortunate enough to buy a red dress with a silver dragon, and this is the pattern. See the dragon?
This guy covers a lot of ground.
This is a dedication to the goddess of democracy. It stands for human rights.
Tell me the story about how you met other gay men back when you first came out.
Well, I offer a class in wok cooking, which is Chinese fast cooking.
Clever.
Right. I had quite a few students. That's where I met all my boyfriends.
Well, they say the way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
You're absolutely right.
Let's walk.
Hoover Lee is truly an ambassador for San Francisco Pride.
We have our freedom, we have diversity, we have beautiful, beautiful men in the city, handsome, and the woman is strong. Happy Pride Day.
very important contingent here. Marriage Equality California. Now, this group features Sharon Smith, of course, Diane Whipple's partner, who was tragically killed earlier, I think it was this year. Also participating is Keith Brodkowski, a surviving partner of a 9/11 victim, bi-national couples, long-term couples in wedding attire with puppets of bride and groom couples. Marriage Equality California is a grassroots organization solely devoted to securing civil rights marriage for gay and lesbian couples. Their motto, marriage equality. Anything less is less than equal.
Whoa! Absolutely. Here's the court, the Imperial Court of San Francisco.
Are they coming around the corner?
Here they come. Barbie LaChoy is the reigning empress and the United Rockstar Court at Truth or Dare. Tell me about that, Donna.
Well, the emperor is Berlin, by the way, too. They're both on the float, and we have two figureheads for the year. They take care of fundraising, they promote our cause, and there are actually 62 courts across the country. There's an emperor of Boise, Idaho. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
And there's an empress of every state.
Woo-wee! They love you, Donna.
Well, in San Francisco, this has been going on for 36 years. Every year, a new emperor and empress. I was the 30th empress, and these are the 38th, so it's just fabulous.
And what's your connection with them now, Donna?
Well, they bother me a lot. No, they love me, and I love them. They really raise so much money in the city, and for all kinds of different causes. It used to be primarily AIDS, but now they do fundraising for breast cancer needs, for children's needs, and it's just a really broad spectrum of people. I like to think of it as the people who took theater in school and never became an actor or an actress, but you can act for a day here.
Absolutely. I was going to say, is it a requirement to look that good?
Yeah.
Boy, do they do it.
And well dressed also. All right, let's check in with Martine now. Look at what a beautiful day we have. See the boat just going by the ferry building. It is. You couldn't ask for a better day. It's godlike. Here's Martine.
We are family. Everyone is represented here today. Everybody is feeling the love. Standing next to me is Ruth from a very, very cool organization.
Bay Area American Indian Two Spirits, a gay native group, and we're excited. The last time we had a float was probably '98, but we've been marching for a long time. We originated from the gay American Indians, and now we've kind of evolved into the Bay Area American Indian Two Spirits. It's a new term encompassing male and female identity.
I'm loving that. Two spirits. That's beautiful.
All of us have male and female in us, and we just need to acknowledge that and, and appreciate who we are and be ourselves.
Honey, I am feeling the two-gender thing, the two-spirit. Loving you. Going back to Dawn and Kat.
The two spirits. He is having a good time, I think. I believe this parade was sort of made for Martine. It's a terrific connection that he has with the community.
Here's another great organization that just came out of grassroots. I mean, a couple of people got together and wanted to march and tell people that there are Indians who are gay, there are Indians that are lesbian, and now it's grown to this wonderful contingent. Really representative.
There are some people here that that have a few years on them that this parade is going to be a little exerting, perhaps, but everybody really wants to be a part of it.
Well, again, there
really do their part.
Again, there are motorized vehicles for those who become too tired during the event and want to be taken to a cooler place or even ridden through the rest of the parade.
Everything's pretty well taken care of, isn't it, Don?
It's like a science, I tell you. It really is.
Very well planned. And again, the parade, of course, is a big part of the weekend, but it's not the whole weekend. Money is raised for a lot of the different charitable organizations.
And a lot of fun had along the way, too.
And the party, I was going to say, and the party continues.
Now listen to this music. This is actually Native American music. They're very proud of it and the traditions that associate with it.
Not only celebrating sexual diversity, but cultural diversity.
Also, you see that there's some kids on the float that will take this with them, that they're not going to let it die.
What a great way to learn, just coming out and having fun. It doesn't have to be all of the details. They're going to keep that out the whole parade route, They're going to be constant. You know, I think it's interesting with this parade. Let's say you have a little group and you say, I'd like to be a part of the parade. Anybody can be. There's an application procedure so that you're officially in there and you make your contribution to the parade. But anybody can form a group and say, I'd like to be, and you might be contingent 193, but you're going to be at the parade.
And something I didn't realize, Donna, is that there are parade judges and there are awards given out. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, that's a fun tradition. There was something called a long time ago, there was gay and lesbian awards that were given every year for entertainers, for fundraisers, and one of the things was they gave awards for the best float. And that organization has since folded and went into different directions, but the survival of that are these wonderful ribbons they give out. And it's kind of a campy thing. We have a great committee back here having a great time recognizing everybody for this the unique part that they're giving to the parade.
This is Pro Latino, by the way, the nonprofit organization providing support to its members on issues of self-esteem and HIV prevention. Pro Latino celebrated its 10th anniversary and for the first time is in the Gay Pride Festival with its unique pyramid design float.
Another first.
By the way, they have flags today that represent all Latin countries. They're a nonprofit organization based in San Jose, California, which is just down the street.
Just down the road.
Just down the street.
I think they've been rehearsing a little bit too. Great number.
I think so.
Oh, beautiful flow.
Do you see the tiara on that girl's head? That's major.
The float actually represents the pre-Hispanic Aztec culture, is blended with Mr. and Miss Pro Latino 2002. There they are.
Another great title. I mean, during the year, they represent the Latin community in various ways. They raise money for specifically Latin needs within our community. And again, are figureheads for that segment.
This is Miss and Mr. Gay Latinos. They represent the San Francisco Latino community. They're the #1 organization that represents the Latin community. They're responsible to bring the message to AIDS organizations and to represent San Francisco at any event during the physical year. We'll get a good look at them in a second.
I know, the anticipation's killing me.
Yeah. I don't want to see the truck.
The truck's all right.
That is one festive truck.
They must have had a dance audition, Donna.
They had to.
Had to have.
You know, some of these floats are bouncing up and down. I'm just wondering if they'll make it all the way, but that enthusiasm is contagious.
I would imagine that a lot of these people, you know, over the last 3 or 4 months said, okay, I'm going to be in the parade. I'm going to be wearing not too much. They've been working out. The gyms have probably been full.
I think a couple of gyms will have contingents in the parade. We'll see how they did, too.
All right, well, I hate to leave them, but more of the Pride Parade to come. Stay with us.
The San Francisco Pride Parade 2002 is brought to you in part by the Cavara Law Firm at 1-800-4-INJURY and Fairfield Hyundai. More from Market Street right after this.
Why would you buy a used car when you could buy a new car at used car prices? We got brand new Accents for $69.88 or $99 a month. That's $99 a month. And they come with America's Best Warranty. That's a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty on your powertrain and a 5-year, 60,000 on your bumper-to-bumper. Keep in mind, we're extremely good with tough situations. So if you've had bankruptcy, repo, divorce, slow payments, you'll be amazed at what we can do for you. So come on down this weekend in Fairfield, off I-80 next to Pier 1.
He's only got one eye. Warehouse Music, darling.
Right now at Warehouse Music, get DVDs like Monsters Ball, Black Hawk Down, How High, and Vanilla Sky for only $19.99. Bring in a used DVD and take an additional $5 off. Oh boy, only $19.99. Monsters Ball, Black Hawk Down. Let's watch a movie. Right now at Warehouse Music. Warehouse Music.
Warehouse Music, where the buzz begins.
We're closer than you think. Family-friendly Barber's Fairfield Toyota is only minutes away from you. Barber's Fairfield Toyota offers you low overhead, which means low pricing, a giant selection, and a laid-back attitude with the goal to make your newer used car purchase fun for the entire family. For example, get 1.9% APR financing on all new Siennas, 4Runners, Tundras, and Solaras. So pack up the family and come pay us a visit. We'll make it worth your while. Barber's Fairfield Toyota at the Fairfield Auto Mall at Interstate 80 and Highway 12.
Today's broadcast of the San Francisco Pride Parade 2002 is made possible in part by Toyota of Fairfield and Warehouse Records. Head to Warehouse Records for great deals on your favorite music and movies. For online shopping and store locations, visit warehousemusic.com, where the buzz begins. And now, back to Don Blue and Kat Sadler.
Well, welcome back. It is a music-filled afternoon. Wild 94.9, by the way, one of the radio stations that's in our building, another Clear Channel station. This is the party station, the Bay Area's party station. In fact, right now, I think they have a contest going on where they have some people locked in the bathroom, and the one who remains in there the longest will win an SUV. So it's quite a party, and it's our bathroom. So it's the one that we share, so I don't even want to know anymore about it. But when there's a party, it's Wild 94.9.
Nothing says Pride Parade than Wild.
That's right.
Wild. We got to show you the birds of paradise. We got to check out the colorful costumes, sequins and feathers. Lots of joy, happiness, energetic dancing out of them. Gorgeous, these people.
Well, they're a great group because they're available for parties, too. I mean, we've had a couple of fundraisers that we've said we need some color and some life and some music, and they've come and entertained the crowd and really gotten off to a great start.
The 13th year they've been in the parade. They've won a lot of those awards we were talking about as well, Donna.
Yes.
Absolutely fabulous contingent, 1998. Fabulous music contingent, 1999.
Queerific overall contingent in the year 2001.
That might be the best. Queerific overall contingent. That has to be quite an award.
I see a wall of ribbons at their house.
Well, it would fit right in with the costume.
There you go.
Gee, they say that they're leaning towards sensuality. Hard to believe, isn't it?
Leading towards it.
Leading towards
sensuality. Those feathers, Donna, to your knowledge, are those, I mean, those can't be easy to dance with.
Well, they're not easy to dance with or to find. You have to order them, actually, because many times they're not available in San Francisco or even on the West Coast. So they have to order them from South America, from south of the border, and then they're delivered in boxes, and they create these wonderful costumes out of it.
They come from paradise.
That, too.
From paradise. Where else does this group perform?
I've seen them at fundraisers for the AIDS Emergency Fund, for Positive Resource Center, for the San Francisco AIDS Foundation, and they really are a very enthusiastic group. And I don't think they limit themselves to the gay and lesbian community either. They're available to add a little bit of life to any public function. I think they worked out a little bit too, Don.
Yes, I believe so. A big part of Carnival, of course, in San Francisco. Another wonderful festival. Although, as I said earlier, I'm not so sure that they got the kind of weather that we have today. So they're, you know, when you're wearing a costume like that and you're dancing up a storm, I'm sure they're very happy about the weather today.
Yes.
I'm going to guess that Martine's like trying to get in with him right about now. I could be wrong, but I'm thinking Martine's
I'm going to guess the next time we see him, he's going to be wearing feathers.
Exactly.
Just a wild guess.
Wild contingent, wild Lord Martine, why not?
Yeah.
There they are.
Unbelievable here today. You know, the Birds of Paradise, I think, are probably, when you look at all of the people involved, I mean, that's the energy that everybody seems to have here today, and everybody's sharing it with everybody else.
Martine's got it.
Plenty of energy to go around.
Energy, Martine. Hello, darling.
We got some energy down here. Now, the Birds of Paradise are fabulous, but even more fabulous is President of the Board of Supervisors, Tom Amiano. Tom, are you getting some sun today? Hello.
I am getting a lot of color today, believe me. But I'm also getting energized. The amount of energy in this parade this year particularly makes me think we're doing the right thing. You know, the gay community's always been able to be political and have fun at the same time, and I'm struck by the number of kids in the parade this year and how wonderful and what a message that sends to everyone. Little concerned about President Bush, though. I think he's not clear on the message. He had a colonoscopy to honor Gay Parade, and I don't think that that's on point.
You know, not only do we see a lot of kids, we see a lot of elderly people. We see a lot of people from every spectrum of the rainbow. Tom, let me tell you, I would ask you, we've seen a lot, since the weather is so nice today, we've seen a little bit of flesh going on here. How do you feel about that?
I'm outraged and appalled. I should say work it.
Well, you know,
work it.
We worked very hard on our outfits, and we match. We look fabulous.
And one guy takes off his shirt, or one woman does, and nobody cares about us anymore. I don't get that, you know?
Tom Aliano, I love you.
Same to you, Maritim, and I really enjoy everything you do in the newspaper as well.
Thank you very much. Tom, Don, Katz, back to you.
I think that even though almost anything goes here, I believe that's the first time the word colonoscopy has been used in the Pride Parade.
Another first.
I want to know when Martine's going to take his shirt off.
I don't think you want to see
that. That costume is so carefully coordinated. I don't think anything's coming off.
That's true. Maybe not.
You think these are celebrations about the soccer win in World Cup today for Brazil?
That could be. I don't know a lot about sports down at this end, though.
Well, they've got a double reason to celebrate today. World Cup winner, Brazil. I'm here for you, Donna.
I'll help you out in a minute.
At this point is momentarily slowed in front of us, and what's a great contingent to be stuck with, basically. Terrific.
And there are always delays like this. It's funny, the stories that you hear over the years. Last year there was a float that the axle actually broke halfway through the parade. Well, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
They had to tow it off at the runway and then continue with the parade, but it made 20-minute delay.
Uh-oh. Well, we're going to take our own little break. How about that? Hey, everybody, we will be right back. Stick with us.
Party!
Today's coverage of the San Francisco Pride Parade 2002 is brought to you in part by Bud Light. For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light. And Body Time. We want your body. Now, stay tuned for more excitement as the parade continues.
Love fashion? So do we. We offer degree programs in fashion design, knitwear, textiles, and merchandising.
Careers start today at academyart.edu. It's our life. Make it yours. Academy of Art College, San Francisco.
Wow, that is so cool. Can he do it again?
Sure. You'll get one, boy.
Okay, so where does he get him? Yeah.
I don't know.
Get down!
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down.
Ooh, that's a first.
Make it a Bud Light.
For the dreams that you dream, it's body time. Feeling good helps, do your best. Some things beat out all the rest. Just swing on a switch. A good life, playing with a puppy, a bubble bath. For all the dreams that you dream, it's body time.
DiPietro Todd Salon. Be yourself, change your hair.
Love art? So do we. We offer degree programs in 10 majors, including fine art, graphic, and industrial design. Careers start today at academyart.edu. It's our life. Make it yours. Academy of Art College, San Francisco.
Catch the rebroadcast of the San Francisco Pride Parade 2002 tonight at midnight, right here on WB20, the Bay Area's WB. Home Improvement, weekdays at 5 and 5:30 on WB20, the Bay Area's WB. We're back with the San Francisco Pride Parade 2002. Today's special program is brought to you in part by the Academy of Art College, San Francisco, 1-800-544-ARTS, and the DiPietro Todd Salon. Be yourself, change your hair. And now, back to Don Blue and Kat Sadler.
Fabulous city. How unbelievable a sight is this? You're seeing the Pride Parade from the 21st floor of the Hobart Building as it heads toward the Civic Center. Everybody is having a party. Friends are making new friends here today, and they'll be lifelong friends forever and ever. It's really terrific. As you know, there are 5 different grand marshals that are part of the parade, and they have been chosen in the community, vote getters. So right now, we'd like to get a little closer to one of them. Susan Liao, one of the 5 grand marshals. We'll meet her right now.
So the governor...
Managing billions of dollars for the city and county of San Francisco is Susan Liao. Along with the title of treasurer, she now has another, Grand Marshal of the Pride Parade.
We just feel really great inside because there's all this positive energy. It's just positive energy coming your way.
As a county treasurer, she's unique in her field.
I stand out being a woman. I stand out being a person of color. I stand out being queer.
She's also another rarity, a San Francisco native.
This city gives a lot back to the people who live here in those things like diversity and acceptance. When you finally realize who you are, it's very freeing. It's very liberating. What's great is that this is one of the historic offices in City Hall.
When she gets too serious, her friends bring her fun stuff to keep among her many awards.
And if if the treasurer really wants to get goofy, you can put on my fez.
Recognized as an advocate.
We put in the first talking ATM in the nation so that people who are sight impaired can actually use an ATM.
Susan spreads the message of pride.
I'm a non-traditional person in a very traditional finance, business-oriented world that's mainly of white men.
All right, party time. Yeah, beautiful day. And the parade, of course, is just a portion of what's going on this weekend. At the end of the parade today at the Civic Center, and the same thing yesterday, there'll be 10 stages that are set up, 10 stages of entertainment happening from noon, actually going on right now, until 7 o'clock tonight. There's a suggested $3 donation at the gate. And that, by the way, gives you a $1 discount on beverages. So it's a great deal right there.
The best $3 you'll spend this year, I'll tell you. You get so much entertainment in one place. It's great.
Donna, what kind of money have we raised over the years?
Well, now that's a wonderful question because not only is the money raised here in the city, it is given back to many of the partners of Pride. So, you have people that are monitoring the parade as it goes by. You have people that are safety monitors, people that are monitoring the gates, and all of those people are from organizations that help out, and therefore some of the money that's raised is given back to them, rewarding them for their hard work.
It's a full-service day, that's for sure. It's a beautiful day. The Pride Parade. Time now to join Lord Martine on the street and see what he's got going on.
I have one of the most beautiful goddesses of today's fabulous Pride Parade. Her name is Chablis. She has a very special job. She is a judge, a parade judge. For one of these fabulous contingents to go by, they all are awarded awards all day long throughout the day. Chablis, can you tell us what are the criteria of how you choose who wins what?
Well, actually, there are 177 contingencies, 11 categories, and 5 awards in each category. We are judging on most outrageous, most keeping in theme, and you've seen some fabulous groups that are keeping in theme. Most energy, most community spirit. I mean, P-Flag, that's community spirit, getting out there supporting your gay children. We've given out some awards, but we are only a third of the way through, and we still have plenty of awards to give out.
Is there a contingent that's won an award so far that you can cite?
Yes, actually, the one standing behind us, Birds of Paradise, has just won for most outrageous, and if you could see behind me, you could see why. The costumes alone are fabulous, aren't they?
They are absolutely brilliant, brilliant, such as you are, Chablis.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. We're going to probably come back with you to find a little bit more about who the winners have been throughout the day.
I'll be here. I'm standing on the street all day. Thank you.
Thank you, Chablis. Don Cat, back to you.
When you're talking about most outrageous, how do you even give an award for most outrageous in this parade? I remember, I think, the first year that I moved to San Francisco, and I took my kids to the Pride Parade that day, and the first thing we saw was a man wearing a Dixie cup, and that was it.
Outrageous.
I believe that was the outrageous winner of the year.
Usually we accessorize so much more than that.
Yes, just a Dixie cup. That's all there was to it.
Now, speaking of accessorizing, did you see what Chablis had done with her standard issue T-shirt?
Exactly.
Saw that.
Cowl neck, zipped at the side. That's creative.
That's very nicely done. Now, these winners, I guess they're pretty proud of their awards.
They are. I mean, many of them hang them in a cabinet in their offices or display them somewhere so everybody can see just how much they've won. They're announced in the paper the following week, so everybody has a list of it. And it really is a historical thing because those awards have been given out since the beginning of the parade.
How do we determine who the judges are?
Well, now, that's a closely guarded secret. No, really, they are usually a sampling from across our community. There might be somebody from the Imperial Court, somebody from an AIDS organization, somebody from the Indian organization we just saw, so that everybody's represented fairly. It's usually about 10 or 12 judges.
As they were just saying, too, we are about, what did you say, 1/3 of the way through the parade. So here we go. There's more to come. We'll be right back with Pride Parade 2002.
The San Francisco Pride Parade 2002 is brought to you in part by the Cavara Law Firm at 1-800-4-INJURY and Fairfield Hyundai. More from Market Street right after this.
If you've been hurt in an auto accident, call 1-800-4-INJURY. Our attorneys fight hard to get you the money you deserve for your injuries. When an accident happens, call 1-800-4-INJURY. Help is on the way. 1-800-4-INJURY.
We're closer than you think. Family-friendly Barbers Fairfield Toyota is only minutes away from you. Barbers Fairfield Toyota offers you low overhead, which means low pricing, a giant selection, and laid-back attitude with the goal to make your newer used car purchase fun for the entire family. For example, get 1.9% APR financing on all new Siennas, 4Runners, Tundras, and Solaras. So pack up the family and come pay us a visit. We'll make it worth your while. Barbers Fairfield Toyota at the Fairfield Auto Mall at Interstate 80 and Highway 12.
He's only got one eye. Warehouse Music $1.
Right now at Warehouse Music, select new releases are only $9.99 when you bring in one used CD. Like new releases from Korn, Moby, Weezer, Wyclef, Ashanti, and P. Diddy and Fat Boy Records. Right now at Warehouse Music, only $9.99 Korn, Moby. Right now at Warehouse Music, only $9.99. New CDs must be full-length, undamaged in their original packaging. See stores for full details. Right now at Warehouse Music.
If you're hurt in a car wreck, stand up for your rights. Call 1-800-4-INJURY. Our attorneys and staff can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 1-800-4-INJURY. Help is on the way. 1-800-4-INJURY.
Today's broadcast of the San Francisco Pride Parade 2002 is made possible in part by Toyota of Fairfield and Warehouse Records. Head to Warehouse Records for great deals on your favorite music and movies. For online shopping and store locations, visit WarehouseMusic.com, where the buzz begins. And now, back to Don Blue and Kat Sadler.
Welcome back, everybody.
Hard to keep your eyes off the street here. All sorts of great things going on today.
You know, folks are going to want this for their archives, I have a feeling, Don.
Yes, the VHS tape is going to be available to everyone. I would assume that almost everybody who's in the parade is saying to themselves, well, how did I look? How did I do? Well,
did I get a close-up shot or not? Did I get my own close-up, right?
What did Donna say about me?
Yeah. This is when they come to find out, what Donna said about them, or if you did.
They'll replay it.
Now, here's where you get your VHS tape. You can order one for $19.95 plus $6 for shipping and handling. Call 1-800-GET-WOLF. That's WOLFE, or wolfvideo.com. WOLFE, once again, video.com. Probably the easiest way to do it. You got to have your own version of it, that's for sure.
And the good news is we will rebroadcast the parade tonight at midnight as well.
We can go home and watch this all over again.
Of course.
Of course, there are more parties tonight. I don't know if you'll be able to squeeze that in your schedule.
Harvey Milk Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, Transgender Democratic Club now on our screen. This is the Progressive Democratic Club in San Francisco. Robert Howland, the Vice President of Internal Affairs, is the first transgender person to be elected to public office in San Francisco. There's a lot of history, I suppose, with this group.
Well, of course, the affiliation with that name that is so magical in our community, Harvey Milk being really one of our true icons, somebody within our generation that fought the good fight and sacrificed his life because of it. And, to have that name affiliated with the movement still is very strong.
Another important name, Eileen Hansen, community leader, and her friends there. She's a community leader of District 8. And that is her beautiful 1949 Ford pickup truck.
She's not going to leave the driving to anybody else.
No.
Well, as we said before, you know, we're about 1/3 of the way through this parade, so the day will go on. The energy continues, and it's just amazing how much energy there truly is here. Everybody's having a great time. One of the newest members, Harry Hay of the San Francisco Pride at Work, turned 90 years old this week. How good is that? By the way, we'll visit with him a little bit more, too. He's been a labor and queer activist for 7 decades. Pride at Work is the official AFL-CIO contingency group. In 1997, they began with local chapters around the U.S. Their motto is out and organizing, and their aim is to educate LGBT workers about labor rights and work with labor greater community on human and civil rights struggle.
Now, this is an interesting contingent. Freedom in Christ Evangelical Church of San Francisco. This year, the Freedom in Christ Church celebrates its 11th anniversary serving the LGBT community of San Francisco and the Bay Area. They continue to proclaim that Christian plus gay equals okay.
Once again, trying to claim something that we may have been forced to give up as a child or in early adulthood. I mean, religion is, there's all sorts of facets to it, and there are many people who can find solace in religion and strength in religion, and they happen to be gay and lesbian.
Here's Saybrook. Well, you say that. You say Brooke. Saybrook Graduate School and Research Center. Their goal include the advancement of understanding of the human condition and the furtherance of humanistic values in individuals, communities, organizations, and the world at large. Well, gee, that's not much of a goal. It's basically save the world, I guess.
Set your goals high.
Saybrook is a graduate school for mid-career professionals seeking an opportunity to really get into some serious scholarship without leaving work and personal lives behind. They're helping. They're helping.
It does remind me of that earlier contingent, though, that was guys that like to ride bikes. I mean, that was a little simpler.
Yeah.
So there's all levels of involvement here.
Here we go. Transgender San Francisco. Important group for all members of the transgendered community.
You know, I asked Donna about this earlier. Just transgender, I guess, is the umbrella term that includes female and male cross-dressers and transvestites and drag queens or kings, and female or male impersonators, intersexed individuals. It's really anybody on that continuum between, I guess, man becoming woman and woman becoming man.
Well, we want to blur those boundaries. I mean, why be confined into something that doesn't define you?
Yeah.
And I think that's what this organization's about, and so many people come to San Francisco and find that they can live the life that they want to for the first time.
And look at those legs, Donna.
They're beautiful.
Happy people.
Hi, honey. Every year they have what's called a cotillion early in the year, and they bring everybody together, and anybody for the first time, if they are dressing in the opposite sex, can walk that night in front of hundreds of people, and it's really a coming out, therefore similar to a cotillion. And
Very
it's
nice.
empowering for a lot of people.
Well, everything's a party today, especially Martine is on the street. Let's see what's going on.
I'm telling you, be still my beating heart. Look at this sweet face, and I'm not talking about myself this time. This is Lori and her puppy from the SPCA. They are here today representing the cutest little guy I've ever seen, or girl, I'm not quite sure. Girl? Well, who needs a boyfriend when you've got this little sweetness over here? Lori, tell us why you're here today.
Well, I'm here representing the San Francisco SPCA, and we've got a lot of dogs and people that love dogs here, and we have Star and 3 of her litter mates, and they're only 5 weeks old.
Star, what kind of dog is she?
She's a Rottweiler Lab mix.
So sweet. Don't doze off, honey. I'm not that tired. So sweet. She needs a nap or something. She also needs a home. So do check out spca.com.
sfspca.org.
That's better said. Don Cat, back to you.
Oh, look at the little puppy. Look at the little puppy.
A lot of those canines ready for adoption, too. So we see they're cutie ones.
Well, also, a lot of them are being carried, you know, they're the littlest puppies. They start off going, oh, this is a great day, hey, and then you just saw the one wanted to take a nap with Martine.
And there are costumes involved here, too. I see feathers and glitter and tulle. They want to be a part of it.
You wonder if dogs go like this. Hey, I love wearing this stuff, or if they go, come on, don't do that to me again. The Bad Rap is the Bay Area Dog Lovers Responsible About Pit Bulls organization. This is kind of an interesting organization. They fight breed prejudice and educate other dog owners about responsible ownership with the help of pit bull ambassadors. They've kind of gotten a bad rap over the years, and of course there are bad pit bulls, but there are bad all kinds of dogs and great pit bulls also. All dogs in the parade were rescued from the streets and shelters of the Bay Area, by the way. Don't be discriminating about dogs either.
That's right.
Well, there's a great organization, again, that has nothing specifically to do with our community, but it's an organization that gives back so much. It's just wonderful to see.
PAWS is another group here. Pets are wonderful support. This is a volunteer-based organization that helps improve the quality of life for persons with AIDS and other disabling illnesses by offering the emotional and practical support to keep the love and companionship of their pets. Pets are very important with that.
I mean, think how upsetting that would be if you became critically ill and you had a dog that you'd had for 8 or 10 years and you weren't able to help him. So they send people to your home and they will, bring dog food over and take care of the dog.
Here's Bernal Beast. Bernal Beast is an organization that promotes the animal rescue organizations called Rocket Dog Animal Rescue, Wonder Dog Rescue, Reunion Rescue, and Hop Along Animal Rescue. It's a gay-owned organization that's been operating for 4 years and named Best Pet Store, by the way, 2001 by the San Francisco Weekly. Congratulations. That's Bernal Beast, San
Bernal
Francisco.
Beast. They've also been featured in Gourmet magazine for being a paradise for puppies, featuring a lengthy menu of canine cuisine, and that is important, Don. Puppy food.
Now, who actually chooses from the menu? Does the dog bark or mark or what?
Who knows?
While the energy continues, the time is great. Martine is ready with something new.
Standing next to me is Nicola from a very, very important AIDS organization called Shanti. Now, they're very well known for providing counseling and social support for people living with HIV and AIDS. Nicola, tell me a little bit more about your organization and what it means to the community.
Shanti actually provides a variety of services, but our volunteer program matches people one-on-one with people living with HIV and AIDS. And for a lot of our clients who are very isolated, don't necessarily have a lot of support from friends or family, it's a really wonderful opportunity for them to get some support.
Now, I've been through the volunteer training program, which is very intense, and I understand you're always in need of volunteers, right?
We are. We love to have volunteers. You can give us a call. We have trainings about 4 times a year. There are amazing, amazing opportunities for personal growth, to get involved in the community. So we welcome people. Please come down.
The website is?
www.shanti.org. So.
Fabulous. You guys really check it out. It is life-changing. Don Cat, back to you.
Project Open Hand, also a big part of the community and the work that they do. Donna, are you familiar with that?
Yes, I am. The parade's moving so fast now. It's like one contingent after another, but we can't overlook Project Open Hand. This is an organization that provides meals without charge to those who are homebound with whatever illness. It used to be just AIDS, but now we're also responding to cancer and other life-threatening diseases. They'll bring you a cold lunch and a hot dinner every day.
You gotta have that going on, that's for sure. Here it is, 106 KMEL. Yeah. Now these are our next door neighbors actually at 340 Townsend. Yeah, there are 7 or 8 radio stations in the building. KMEL.
Jamming the most hip hop and R&B, isn't that right?
And you're friendly with each other.
Yes, Chewy. Actually, Chewy in the morning is right next door to us. Our studios are right next to each other. So when he has his famous Chewy's chicken, we're very close.
When he feeds you.
That's right.
Maybe we can eat during the break. I think we've got to take a quick one, everybody. We'll be right back. Stick with us.
Today's coverage of the San Francisco Pride Parade 2002 is brought to you in part by Bud Light. For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light. And Body Time. We want your body. Now, stay tuned for more excitement as the parade continues.
Love fashion? So do we. We offer degree programs in fashion design, knitwear, textiles, and merchandising.
Careers start today at academyart.edu. It's our life. Make it yours. Academy of Art College, San Francisco.
Are you just gonna lay around all day?
I think so.
Fine.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light.
Get a good eyeful, buddy?
For all your hopes and your dreams, it's buddy time. Sometimes I dream you're close to me, so close I smell your sweet skin, so close I feel the warmth of your cheek brushing mine. For all your hopes and your dreams, it's buddy time.
We're closer than you think. Family-friendly Barbers Fairfield Toyota is only minutes away from you. Barbers Fairfield Toyota offers you low overhead, which means low pricing, a giant selection, and laid-back attitude with the goal to make your new or used car purchase fun for the entire family. For example, get 1.9% APR financing on all new Siennas, 4Runners, Tundras, and Solaras. So pack up the family and come pay us a visit. We'll make it worth your while. Barbers Fairfield Toyota at the Fairfield Auto Mall at Interstate 80 and Highway 12.
Love art? So do we. We offer degree programs in 10 majors, including fine art, graphic, and industrial design. Careers start today at academyart.edu. It's our life. Make it yours. Academy of Art College, San Francisco.
We're back with the San Francisco Pride Parade 2002. Today's special program is brought to you in part by the Academy of Art College, San Francisco, 1-800-544-ARTS, and the DiPietro Todd Salon. Be yourself, change your hair. And now, back to Don Blue and Kat Sadler.
Welcome back. If you are familiar with the Hobart building, you are, and you're on the 21st floor, this is the view that you can have. How good is this? What a great day in San Francisco.
Beautiful, beautiful. And next we have Leland Yee, who was elected in 1996, re-elected in the year 2000. He's a representative on the Golden Gate Bridge Highway and Transportation District Board.
An important guy to know.
Yeah, that's right. Those bridge fees going up these days, I understand.
And we can't let the San Francisco Gay Men's Chorus go by without a mention. They're a wonderful organization, the first chorus in the country that identified themselves as gay men singing together. They were founded on the steps of City Hall after the assassination of Moscone and Mill, singing that night, and became a group that goes on now to travel across the country and the world touring.
I have had them on my show, and they're unbelievable. Not only the energy, but I mean the fact that they're singing at 7:15 in the morning.
And doing it well.
Yeah, and doing it well.
You know who else is doing it well? The Lord. Sir, are you out there?
You know, Don, Kat, I believe I just got laid.
Oh my.
Joke. I know. Tired. Anyway. Oh no. Well, standing next to me is a woman who knows. Her name is Dorothy. Now, Dorothy, this is your 6th Pride Parade, yes?
It is. Yes, it is. I'm really happy to be here today and celebrate my freedom and the freedom of everyone who enjoys what I enjoy, which is being yourself.
And you moved here 6 years ago.
I did, from Virginia.
And why so?
You're a very closeted community, and it was just a difficult adjustment for me, so I discovered the Bay Area, and here I am.
Loving having you here. And Donna over here. Now, this is what year for you?
I've been coming since about 90. I'm from Chicago, Chi-Town. So we're out here celebrating and supporting, Pride 2002.
Very good. Be yourself, change the world. What does that mean to you?
It means to just be real to yourself, stand by what you believe in, and, be supportive to others as well.
Fabulous, fabulous. Don, Kat, back to you, baby.
Thank you, Martine.
Kaiser Permanente, the KP Pride HIV Advisory Board float. Both members and clinical staff work in partnership for health plan members, and they're a proud supporter of the gay and lesbian community. Proud of their partnerships such as the HIV Advisory Board and the work done to provide quality care to its diverse members.
We missed Starbucks coming by too. They laid us as well, everyone. We got our little lays here. Don, you already have a fabulous necklace there, I might add. We haven't talked about that today.
Thank you very much. Of course, it's something that you have to earn. I got it at the Civic Center yesterday, and I can't tell you how I got it.
Oh, you were at the Civic Center yesterday, so you know about that festival. It's fabulous.
It is fabulous.
Blocks and blocks.
This is KKSF, another one of our neighbors. Smooth Jazz, KKSF, 103.7. Miranda Wilson does the morning show there and comes and visits once in a while.
The Bay Area's only smooth jazz station.
Here are their 9 listeners. They got all of their listeners.
Oh,
they quit. I won't hear the end of that one.
That was on live TV.
That's right. We're in deep trouble now. Should have thought of that one when Danielle came by. Oh, I'll get it next time.
Don Blue, of course, representing Star 1013.
Good job.
Love
Excellent
it.
job.
Listen every morning, I do.
You have a
Fast
future.
learner. Looks like they rehearsed too. Look
Yes,
at the
they
energy
got
that
some
goes
great
into this.
choreography.
By the way, KKSF is a leader in the fight against AIDS. They sell the annual CD sampler for AIDS relief, benefiting the San Francisco AIDS Foundation. Been doing it for years. It's a wonderful CD, and they have raised a lot of money doing that.
And that again started something here in San Francisco that's been copied across the country. Lots of radio stations do that now, and it's really a great fundraiser for the needs that we have.
Well, it's a way to get a lot of musicians and performers involved also that would like to contribute and aren't really sure how to do it. So they do it through their music.
And that was Albert Brothers, you just saw there. And this guy.
Here's Gavin Newsom.
Gavin!
Oh, it's the next mayor of San Francisco. Well, we'll see.
Uh-oh, did you say that?
Who's the next mayor of San Francisco? We shall see.
Well, we know he's doing a great job with what he's doing right now. A great supervisor for our city.
He was married this year, right? Wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
Yes.
Fourth generation San Francisco, that guy.
Saying something.
He looks good for fourth generation.
Yeah,
Looks
he
real
sure
good.
does.
Yeah, Gavin is very involved, of course, in everything in the city. A business owner in the city, and makes some fine wine now, too.
You're now looking at Human Rights Campaign as America's largest gay and lesbian organization. The Human Rights Campaign provides a national voice on gay and lesbian issues with another beautiful flag there.
I hope they don't drop that flag. We'll lose a cameraman.
Well, I don't know if the audience understands, but these flags, several of them are in the parade, and they hold them in this outstretched manner so people can throw money in. And as they throw money in, the flag gets heavier and heavier, and at the end of the parade, hopefully they have a nice contribution to their cause.
Absolutely.
Do you know anything about that logo, Donna?
Yes, it's a great logo because it says exactly what we're after. It's the equals mark, basically. And it used to have the letters and everything, but we just decided, you know, it says it all, the equals mark. We just want equal rights, not anything special.
Very nice.
The theme today, be yourself and change the world. And everybody shows up today in all sorts of different forms, having a great time. This is Gay Glow now. That Gay Glow has been a part of the community for a while. Many of their fans remember them as the colorful fluorescent show in the windows of the Castro on Halloween. Now, Donna, normally they perform at night.
Yes.
And all of a sudden they're out here in the sunshine.
They had to make a lot of adjustments for this, but I think they're doing a great job. The color is still jumping out at you. It's just not against a black background.
You can learn more about Gay Glow at gayglow.net.
And that's the biggest mirrored ball I've ever seen. Look at that.
We are family, right?
Big time.
In fact, folks, don't look directly at it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and it's
I think there's a secret inside.
The creativity of these petitions just amazes me. Every year you think you've seen it all, and you're going to see something you've never seen before.
I'm thinking they deserve another award. Maybe the parade judges will
I know a couple
throw a
of them.
ribbon
I'll
on
bribe
them.
them.
There we go.
You know, it's funny with these parades, there are always delays, and you never can predict it. We were saying earlier how throwing the parade is a science. It's down, every detail is taken care of. But there are things that happen that we cannot control. In this case, there was a safety issue. Sometimes there's a breakdown, or sometimes just something happens that nobody can figure out for a while, and things are delayed. But this one's going smoothly.
He is Mr. Smooth. In fact, the guy we're going to right now. Here's Martine.
I am telling you, I am in the hot seat of the day. You are within the disco ball of Gay Glow. Now, sitting next to me is Jason. Shall we expand the Gay Glow disco ball? Jason, tell me what Gay Glow is.
We're very into disco. We think disco has healing disco energy. We totally believe in it. And we do Gay Glow shows, not Day Glow, Gay Glow shows every Halloween in the Castro. Just look across the street from Cafe Floor and you'll see us. Noe Market. Noe Market.
Fabulous, fabulous. Do you guys have a website?
We do have a website. Can somebody tell us the website? Why don't you tell us the website? www.gayglow.net.
Loving that. Disco fever. Woo!
Do I dare even try to hit that high note?
Don was singing earlier, so
I know.
That's right. It can't get any worse. Everybody knows the words.
Their displays are so wonderful. If you ever have a chance at Halloween to go down there, it's usually within a storefront, and so you have a total blackness, and then these colors jump out. Usually it's a dance routine, or sometimes there's a message that comes through. It's just very creative and very specific.
Those are those staples in San Francisco that without them, if it were Halloween, it wouldn't be the same.
Right. Why do people come from all over the country for Halloween, and why do they come all over the country for this? For the glamour, the excitement, the just creativity that we have.
Party, party, as Don says.
Party, party, party,
Party,
party.
party, party. See, they got the spirit.
Yes,
Look at the
everybody's
smiles.
having a great time.
Those smiles are contagious.
I think as bad as disco may have been, everybody knows the words and loves it.
Was disco bad?
It gets a bad rap.
I love disco.
That's what I'm saying. It gets a bad rap. Here's Mark Leno now. He was visiting with us earlier today.
And he caught up with the parade now. He's in a lot of places at a lot of times, but I've never seen him be that in this chair and at the parade, but he's doing it.
He now serves as chair of the Finance Committee and is the supervisor for District 8, and that includes Castro and Noe Valley and Glen Park and Twin Peaks and Corona Heights.
He took off his rainbow shirt, too.
That's right.
It's all about layering. This
Layering.
day, I think.
You got to dress right.
And he's taken off his shoes, it looks like.
But that's probably because the car told him to. You don't want to ruin those back seats. I rode in a convertible one time with heels on. The minute I got near that car, take them off.
You weren't in the parade last year, were you, Donna?
Yes, I was in the parade last year on a float. We've done a number of different things.
You've
Every
been
year
on
it's
a million
different, it
years,
seems
yeah.
like.
Well, the weather is certainly good this year. Beautiful, sunny. We even have a little breeze going on here. It's very nice.
Yes, you know, here we are watching this as you're seeing it on TV today, but, you know, you have to be here sometime. However, WB20, very, very proud and happy to be a part of this. By the way, if you're looking for on-the-street sneak attacks and elaborate practical jokes, then the Jamie Kennedy experiment should not be missed. Check out the off-the-wall humor of Jamie Kennedy. That's Thursday nights here on WB20. There's Jamie now.
Absolutely. Here are a very important contingent, the Academy of Art College. They are a sponsor of the Pride Parade. These big black Academy of Art College buses we're going to see here in a little bit. They crisscross across the city every day, shuttling students to 23 different locations in downtown San Francisco.
By the way, the bus features illustrated cutouts of famous gay artists and personalities. You do see those buses all over the place.
And you know, these are not students of one age. These are
Students of all ages. That's one way to do the parade, though, get inside and just ride. It's a little easier job than some of those
That's usually
dancers.
like a training position. You don't do that the third year, you do that the first year.
That's right.
I was wondering, somebody that just went by, I couldn't see their feet, and they didn't seem to be walking properly, but they're on roller skates. Everybody's got a little something going on today.
They've all got their own way of
That's
getting through the parade, no matter how they do it.
Be yourself and change the world. We'll be back with more of the Pride Parade after this.
Today's live coverage of the 2002 Pride Parade will continue right after these messages.
He's only got one eye. Warehouse Music, darling.
Right now at Warehouse Music, get DVDs like Monsters Ball, Black Hawk Down, How High, and Vanilla Sky for only $19.99. Bring in a used DVD. Take an additional $5 off. Oh boy! Oh, $19.99. Monsters Ball, Black Hawk Down. Let's watch a movie. Right now at Warehouse Music. Warehouse Music.
Warehouse Music, where the buzz begins.
Nobody can put it down like the hammer. If you're working it, you've got credit, because with Fresh Start, your job is your credit, and they'll get you that new or pre-owned vehicle you want regardless of your credit past. Bad things can happen, but Fresh Start can make good things happen, like a better car. Now that's good. Let Fresh Start turn you from can't touch it to too legit. Oh, please believe it. Take it from Hammer. Make that call now and get your Fresh Start. Do that.
We're closer than you think. Family-friendly Barber's Fairfield Toyota is only minutes away from you. Barber's Fairfield Toyota offers you low overhead, which means low pricing, a giant selection, and laid-back attitude with the goal to make your newer used car purchase fun for the entire family. For example, get 1.9% APR financing on all new Siennas, 4Runners, Tundras, and Solaras. So pack up the family and come pay us a visit. We'll make it worth your while. Barber's Fairfield Toyota at the Fairfield Auto Mall at Interstate 80 and Highway 12.
Today's broadcast of the San Francisco Pride Parade 2002 is made possible in part by Toyota of Fairfield and Warehouse Records. Head to Warehouse Records for great deals on your favorite music and movies. For online shopping and store locations, visit warehousemusic.com, where the buzz begins. And now, back to Don Blue and Kat Sadler.
Well, we just had an important person going by. This is Sharon Smith. Donna, do you know Sharon?
I do know Sharon, and she's a person that's been thrust into the national headlights and didn't really know anything about speaking to the public. But the issue is so important to her. Her lover was killed by dogs that were in her apartment that were really dangerous, and she is unable to sue for wrongful death until we challenge those kind of laws and continue to make it equal rights.
She, of course, on with the contingent at the National Center for Lesbian Rights with NCLR today.
And Kay Kendall, who was here with you earlier.
Absolutely.
Well, the music is here. This is the San Francisco Lesbian Gay Freedom Band. All right, the band is the first openly gay musical organization in the world, inspiring the formation of a lot of other similar bands across the globe. We were just talking about these organizations, that spawn all sorts of other organizations. As soon as somebody kind of breaks the ice, everybody jumps in, and that's great.
It does open the doors. I mean, this is a wonderful, wonderful band. They play creative, fun music. They, again, are available to support other events. They were the music for the brunch that we had the other day for the Grand Marshals. They're really a supportive group.
They are an award-winning band as well, Best Civilian Band in 2002. And second place in the 2002 Chinese New Year Parade. Is
Coming
that
up
a snake?
Next, no, yes, the Council of Grand Dukes and Duchesses of San Francisco for 29 years. They've represented San Francisco by giving gifts to the homeless at Christmas and helping raise funds for other nonprofits. That's the Grand Dukes and Duchesses, and I think it was. Is it a real snake?
I think
it looks pretty real.
I think it was.
But those are really wonderful people. They raise so much money. They're a similar organization to the Imperial Court. They have a Grand Duchess and a Grand Duke that are the head of their organization. They're elected every year as well, and they raise a lot of money for the right causes. There goes our Grand Duke and Grand Duchess right there.
Yeah, there are so many different layers. Hey, okay.
Hey, I know this guy.
Are you ready? Here he comes.
WB20's Michigan J. Frog. You think he's hot under there? The man under there has got to be hot.
He's one of the world's few spokesphibians. I think that's what he's called, the spokesphibian. New shows, by the way, are going on WB20. New shows like Everwood, starring Treat Williams, and Birds of Prey, based on the DC comic. You can't miss a show that features 3 hot chicks in leather, can you? Well, one of them is Batman and Catwoman's illegitimate daughter. What? Where are we going?
You just read it, you don't write it, right?
Tim Curry's going to be joining the WB as he recreates the role of Mr. French in a remake of the 60s classic Family Affair is coming back. Congratulations. By the way, this is WB20's 7th year of bringing you the Pride Parade. We're happy to be here and proud to be a part of it.
You are now looking at Most Holy Redeemer Church. They are a Catholic parish to which large numbers of gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender individuals belong. The parish is celebrating its 100th anniversary, serving the Castro and surrounding neighborhoods.
I believe I had a glass of wine with a couple of these people yesterday.
Did you now?
Yes, I did. They were telling me about their church.
Fantastic.
Wonderful.
Hello.
Very nice group. It's good to have them here.
They don't have their wine with them today, don't they?
No, they do not. Well, you know what? You think they don't.
I saw a few flasks.
Hey, the Metropolitan Community Foundation comes up next, and they work to meet the basic needs of the most vulnerable in our community. including children from low-income families and homeless men, women, children, all those affected by HIV/AIDS. The Metropolitan Community Foundation.
And you know, the Metropolitan Community Church was the first church that said, look, we want to worship, we want to have this religious experience, but we are gay and lesbian. And they really founded that, and it took over a lot of the populace in different cities because they believed that both could come together, religion, Christianity, and being gay and lesbian.
And I believe we have someone from that group standing by with Martine. Hello.
This is a very important someone. This is Reverend Penny Nixon from MCC. Reverend, why are you here today?
Well, I'm marching with the church, MCC, and we're out here to show our love of gay pride and our love of who we are.
Be yourself, change the world. What does that mean to you?
I think the world definitely needs to be changed. I'm not sure if being yourself will do it, but I think if we are ourselves, but we really look at what it means for other people to be themselves fully, then I think there might be a change going on.
Very well said. Well, honey, it's all about change. It's all about invention. It's all about gay pride down here right now. Don Cat, back to you.
We just saw a little of the Whole Foods float.
Whole Foods has never looked so good, in my opinion.
You know, that's terrific, yeah. It's healthy, it's wholesome, it's Whole Foods.
I'm inspired. The world's largest retailer of national and organic foods. Uh-oh, look who it is, Don.
Oh, look at this. It's Star 101.3. Did I say it right?
I think you did, actually. The only radio station to listen to in town, I'm sure,
There you
especially
go.
in the morning.
Well said. Excellent. Well done. 5:30 to 10, you join me. I'll be happy to be there with you.
Your upbeat listen at workstation.
We are your
Is that
upbeat
right?
listen at workstation.
I buy it.
Well, we figure, you know, when people are working all the time, the least we could do is give them a little music to keep them going. That's what we do.
I think it's great we have Supervisor Tony Hall right here in the middle of this radio and music contingent because he's known for his singing, and another supervisor on our city council.
Only appropriate, right?
Thank you, Tony. Maybe he'll do a song for us. We could check that out in a little bit.
You know, I've talked to Teddy Witherington, who is the executive director of the parade, and it really is quite a task to take 100 and some contingents and decide who goes next to who. And they do try to group them so there's music spread out so they're not, you know, bleeding on each other, and that there are similar organizations paired up together. It really makes it a little bit more interesting.
They did take, I noticed a lot of the animal groups and put them together so all the dogs could have fun with each other.
Yeah.
Here's Team San Francisco, provides a local sports network for San Francisco Bay Area gay and lesbian athletes and helps coordinate participation in the gay games. Have you been to those, Donna?
I've never been to a gay games. I was in New York, though, and it coincided with the celebration, the 25th year of Stonewall, and they kind of dovetailed the two. And it really is a great way, again, when you're a kid and maybe sports are not the thing you excel in, as an adult you can say, you know what, I want to take it up again with my gay and lesbian brothers and sisters and have fun with it.
Little San Francisco sailing we just saw there, I think, even.
Yes.
Plans are underway, by the way, to send a team to Sydney for the Gay Games 6. I think we're in, Gay Games 6.
And you realize that the Gay Games were founded again in San Francisco.
Surprise.
It was originally called the Gay Olympics, and of course they didn't like that too much, so we changed it to the Gay Games. But it is in the spirit of the Olympics with the same diversity of sports and the competition being fair and judged well. It really is a wonderful growth.
It's time now to join probably the best athlete on this panel today, Martine.
I don't know about that. I don't work out a day in my life, but standing next to me are a group of men that look like they work out every day of their life. They're the Tsunami Water Polo Group, right? And your name is?
It's Jim.
Jim, tell me about your group.
Well, our group started about 2 years ago, and we're basically a group of gay and lesbian water polo players who practice about twice a week, and we're getting ready to train for Sydney for Gay Games coming up about 6 months from now.
That's amazing. Be yourself, change the world. What does that mean to you?
It means we're going to get out here in our Speedos and a water polo ball and have a good time and show our asses off to the entire town of San Francisco.
I don't know which is better, the view from the front or the back. Back to you, John and Kat.
Hey, now that's too much of a tease. We're going to have to put a camera in an exact location there.
Now we're going to have to follow everybody through there. Coming up right now is the Righteously Outrageous Twirling Corps, ROTC. The words mean, or the letters are a little different than you're used to, I think. This is one of the most visual contingents in today's Pride Parade. Now check out this routine there. These are not the type that you'd see with most ROTC marching units, but they can, they spin the flag. Look at this. This is truly amazing.
fittingly called the righteously outrageous twirling tour.
Our community loves to take something and just twist it a little bit and make it more fun.
That's right, put a little twist on it.
Nice choice of music. Hope they can hear that at home.
Very disciplined routine. They of course practice year-round, and they go to different parades across the country and exhibit their skills. You can imagine when there's a parade in Boise, Idaho that has 15 contingents, and they're the 15th, they stick around and wait for the end of that parade.
That's for sure. This is my rifle, and this is my gun, and this is for fighting, and this is for fun.
Very good.
Smooth moves. All right, that's beautiful. Here comes the Southwest Asian and North African Bay Area Queers. I think this is the longest acronym in the parade. Perhaps not the biggest contingent, but the SWANABQ.
Is there a different, easier way of saying that, Donna?
I don't think you can. You just have to spell it out.
Yeah, they probably don't want to be the Swanabacks. I'm not sure. But this is a social support group for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and intersex Afghans, Arabs, Armenians, Assyrians, Berbers, Kurds, Persians, and Turks. There seems to be a group for everyone, Donna.
Well, there's a phrase, we are everywhere. I think we truly are. Would you see that many different, diverse ethnic organizations getting together for this?
Also in Montreal, I believe, Diversité. The group you're now seeing, Montreal's GLBT Pride, is celebrating its 10th anniversary this year.
And they're one of our sister cities. We choose a city every year to be a sister city with, and their celebration is paired with ours.
I'm trying to find Norway on there. It looks like Canada is well represented.
Maybe we should find Martine next. Martine, are you there, sir?
Oh, yes, I am so right here.
Oh, my goodness.
Somebody, no, better yet, leave me locked up. I want to be here. We're on the Showtime float, and as you well know, Queer as Folk is one of the hottest TV shows on Showtime right now. I'm telling you. Honey, what's your name? Hi, my name's John, and I'm on the Showtime float. No limits and uncaged. Are you having a good time today? We're going to have a great time, and we love everybody who's out here supporting us, and we love being here. I'm telling you, the party is here. Get your butt down.
That may just have gone down in Martine's history of like all-time interviews.
Fabulous moments, I would say so. Fabulous moments, definitely.
As he calls them, queerific moments.
Sharon Glass, part of the Queer as Folk, plays the mother and is one of our grand marshals, our celebrity grand marshals today.
I spoke with her yesterday about this whole idea, and she said, I've never been to a gay lesbian parade. I've never been a grand marshal. I've never been ridden in a convertible, but she's really thrilled to do that today for us.
Queer as Folk, by the way, airing on Showtime at Sundays. On Sundays at
Lyric, the gay youth group that just came by.
One of the most difficult things, you know, as you're growing up and you have nowhere to go, what a great city to be in. You can go and find out an organization that you can relate to.
It is a beautiful day for a beautiful parade in a beautiful city of San Francisco. More with our Pride Parade after this.
Today's coverage of the San Francisco Pride Parade 2002 is brought to you in part by Bud Light. For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light. And Body Time. We want your body. Now stay tuned for more excitement as the parade continues.
Love fashion? So do we. We offer degree programs in fashion design, knitwear, textiles, and merchandising.
Careers start today at academyart.edu. It's our life. Make it yours. Academy of Art College, San Francisco.
Guys, listen up for a second. To my man T. On his last night of freedom. Guys, who could that be, huh?
We received some noise complaints.
Well, hello, officer.
All right, guys. We can either do this the easy way or the hard way.
The hard way!
paddy wagon.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light.
Hello?
For the dreams that you dream, it's body time. Feeling good helps do your best. Some things beat out all the rest. Just swing on a switch. A good life playing with a puppy. A bubble bath. For all the dreams that you dream, it's body time.
Why would you buy a used car when you could buy a new car at used car prices? We got brand new Accents for $69.88 or $99 a month. That's $99 a month. And they come with America's Best Warranty. That's a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty on your powertrain and a 5-year, 60,000 on your bumper-to-bumper. Keep in mind, we're extremely good with tough situations. So if you've had bankruptcy, repo, divorce, slow payments, you'll be amazed at what we can do for you. So come on down this weekend in Fairfield, off I-80 next to Pier 1.
Love art? So do we. We offer degree programs in 10 majors, including fine art, graphic, and industrial design. Careers start today at academyart.edu. It's our life. Make it yours. Academy of Art College, San Francisco.
We're back with the San Francisco Pride Parade 2002. Today's special program is brought to you in part by the Academy of Art College, San Francisco, 1-800-544-ARTS, and the DiPietro Todd Salon. Be yourself, change your hair. And now, back to Don Blue and Kat Sadler.
Hey, once again this year, the Food for Thought Sonoma County AIDS Food Bank is carrying the world's largest rainbow flag for the 12th year. This is a pretty amazing flag. They should be able to raise some money when people are throwing money into the middle of this flag. Look at the size of this thing.
Looks like it's getting heavy, too. Some of those people are straining.
By the way, there's is that an extra stripe? The black stripe, which represents the deaths due to AIDS, isn't in some of the flags.
It's not in some of them. The original flag was, again, created here in San Francisco, and it was 8 colors. And then, for some reason, they just thought it would be too difficult to produce in a mass kind of way, so it went to 6 colors. And now someone's reinterpreted it and put the black line in. And Gilbert Baker, who created the flag, said, "I'm creating it for all the community. Do with it what you want." He loves seeing it on T-shirts, bumper stickers, wherever.
Lots of change in this flag, as you mentioned. A lot of money going in there.
Here comes the North Bay Unity League. Wow, here they are, looking good. Look at the size of this limousine.
Oh, my.
Now, when there's the rest of the weekend, you know, when the parties at the Civic Center and everything else, this is a nice way to get there.
Is there a hot tub in there?
I think there is.
Little wine, it looks like.
Everybody else is working hard. These people are in their limo. The North Bay Unity League, or No Bull, by the way, is what they call themselves for short. They're a membership organization whose mission is to enhance the sense of community for LGBT citizens, their families, friends, and allies. A lot of social networking and community service, health and education, and social justice. It looks like there's no poverty today.
A lot of people may not understand, you know, products and limousines and things like that in the parade, but a small contingent comes in and says, we want to be in the parade, but we don't have a car, we don't have any money, so somebody will give them a check or give them a car to ride in or a driver. Makes it possible.
As we told you, San Francisco Pride awards 5 Grand Marshals. This year, 1 title to a community group. This year, the winner is the LGBT Community Center. Take a look.
Welcome to the San Francisco Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, Transgender Community Center. Come on in.
The center won the Grand Marshal honor as a community organization.
The center exists to bring people together, to support ongoing activities of the community, and to fill in any service gaps that may exist. We're just a stone's throw away from the Castro here and City Hall on the other side.
At 40,000 square feet, there's a lot of real estate to cover.
This is our Rainbow Room. We can hold 250 people here for parties, cocktail receptions, screenings. One of my favorite places. This is our kids' space, one of the only spaces like it in the country. This is a place where parents can drop off their kids if they're going to see any of our programs.
And check out this display.
A place for us to celebrate our history while creating our future. Now we're moving back 100 years from the new building to the old Victorian that was built in 1894. I think what the center wants to offer people in terms of pride is giving people a sense of a home for themselves, giving people a sense of identity, letting them know that they can contribute to the community and that the center can contribute back to them.
Amazing center.
Did you see that vista with their center and City Hall in the background? I mean, what a sense of ownership that we built this building from the ground up, by us, for us, and there it is.
Fantastic.
Here's Triconi, the nonprofit organization working to support lesbian, gays, bisexuals, and transgender people from Bangladesh and India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and the rest of South Asia. All of these different contingents, we seem to cover the world.
We certainly do, and I think that there are a lot of places where you can't even say the word gay or homosexual, and those countries continue to have laws that we would just find barbaric here. So if we can form organizations here to honor those countries and bring them into the loop of the current fight, then all the better for the entire community.
Covering the streets for us is Martine. Hello, Martine.
You know what? It's an absolute pleasure being down here when you see a beautiful float like this with beautiful costumes and beautiful people standing next to me. Speaking of, your name is?
Ashok.
And your organization?
Tricon.
Tricon. Now tell me about your organization.
Tricon is an organization of gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender South Asians. So people from India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal, and so on.
Why are you here today?
Oh, because I'm proud to be South Asian, and I'm proud to be gay, and we want people to know that we are around and be visible.
Very good. I'm proud to be standing right next to you by your side down here on Market Street. Tom, Don, Kat, back to you. I'm still thinking about Tom Amiano.
I understand. Stop it. Just stop it.
He's still thinking about that float he was in with the bars, I think.
The Gay Vietnamese Alliance provides a safe and supportive environment for gay, bisexual, and transgender men of Vietnamese descent from all over the world.
GAPA, I believe. I don't know if that's exactly correct. Donna, will that one work?
We do pronounce it that
The
way.
Gay Asian Pacific Alliance, or GAPA, is marching for their 14th year today. GAPA is the major voice of gay, Asian, and Pacific Islander men in the Bay Area with diverse backgrounds representing cultures from all over Asia and the Pacific, as well as Asian Americans.
They do an annual fundraiser. It's a dinner, and they have speakers, and it's just a wonderfully embracing event for the entire community. I thought that the first time I'd go, I'd be the only person that was not Asian. But there's so many people that love to support that organization and the causes that they believe in. Sometimes in the Asian population, gay and lesbian is not discussed, even here in America.
Mabuhay, Philippines. Mabuhay, Philippines. Composed of Filipino gays and their friends and family. They're showing a traditional dance from the southern Philippines. Note the malong, which is a piece of cloth that can be used for multi-purposes like a skirt or a shawl, headgear, etc. All right.
Again, they've done a great job of grouping things together. These are all the Southeast Asian and islands and countries that you would be surprised that they had a population, and indeed they have a very creative population here in the United States.
It's sort of like a museum. I mean, as all of these different contingents come by, and we're seeing a lot of native costumes from different lands. Great.
And believe me, there would be something about this parade written up in every newspaper and magazine in the city, and that will include Asian Weekly and, you know, the Hispanic papers and every part of our culture.
Here's Utopia now. Their float is a 30-foot-long Polynesian canoe with dancers in the canoe representing all the Polynesian islands. Coming up here.
Utopia representing all walks of the South Pacific.
Sounds like they've got spirit back there, and that's what makes a parade happy.
I'm seeing some grass skirts back there. A little hula hula.
By the way, on WB, Dharma and Greg coming in September. How good is this going to be? WB20 with Dharma and Greg. What a terrific show, and you'll be able to catch it here on WB20. Arctic Q.
be cuter.
This is utopia.
How can you sit still through that kind of an entourage? Lots of spirit, great music.
Also, it's great, you know, when you have somewhere to sort of practice what you preach. I mean, the amount of time that's spent putting this kind of an act together, and, you know, they get to perform somewhere, rather than just in their own little community group, but also to thousands of San Franciscans, and of course, people I'm sure around the world as they move to other places and do their performances there.
And as this video is available, that can be sent anywhere. Send it to your parents, your friends in another state that would never see something like this.
Another country, for that matter. Filipino Task Force on age are saying there as well. FTFA.
They have a wonderful pageant every year where these two are chosen, and it's creative because you enter the contest naming yourself Miss Thailand or Miss China, one of the Asian countries, and you run with that theme for the night.
Okay, show me some moves.
Is there any festival that you miss? I don't believe so. No.
We have such a selection of things to do. It's just exciting that you can, any night of the week, find something that will benefit our community and will really make you smile and enjoy yourself.
Donna, you have had so many titles. Is there one that has meant the most to you?
Well, I guess it had to be the Empress of San Francisco, because the entire city elects you to that position. And for that year, the doors that are opened are just incredible. That's when I first met Willie Brown and became friends with Mark Leno and so many of the political people that continue to make this city work.
Well, you've definitely been a part of this city and a part of this community. Let us join Martine now and see what he's got going on.
Look at this cutie pie. Her name is Amber, and she's with a very special group today. What is the name of your organization?
It's Pukwon Chimindi Tulan. It's Indonesian Kung Fu.
Wow, and I tell you, I saw some moves down there. Why are you guys here today, first of all?
We're here to support our gay and lesbian training partners, and some of us are gay and lesbian.
Amber, are you having fun today?
Yeah.
How's the sunshine?
It's very warm.
No, I hear you guys have some moves you can show us, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm going to stand back.
Nice.
That's great, Amber. You are amazing.
Thank you.
I feel very safe sitting next to this little girl. Don Cat, back to you.
Don't make her mad, Martine.
That's right. I think it's very important to stay out of her way, definitely. We'll be back with more of the Pride Parade right after this.
Today's live coverage of the 2002 Pride Parade will continue right after these messages.
If you're hurt in a car wreck, stand up for your rights. Call 1-800-4INJURY. Our attorneys and staff can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 1-800-4INJURY. Help is on the way. 1-800-4INJURY.
Why would you buy a used car when you could buy a new car at used car prices? We got brand new Accents for $69.88 or $99 a month. That's $99 a month. And they come with America's Best Warranty. That's a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty on your powertrain and a 5-year, 60,000 on your bumper-to-bumper. Keep in mind, we're extremely good with tough situations. So if you've had bankruptcy, repo, divorce, slow payments, you'll be amazed at what we can do for you. So come on down this weekend in Fairfield off I-80 next to Pier 1.
He's only got one eye. Warehouse Music, darling.
Right now at Warehouse Music, select new releases are only $9.99 when you bring in one new CD. Like new releases from Korn, Moby, Weezer, Wyclef, Ashanti, and P. Diddy and Fat Boy Records. Right now at Warehouse Music, only $9.99 Korn, Moby. Right now at Warehouse Music, only $9.99. New CDs must be full-length, undamaged in their original packaging. See stores for full details. Right now at Warehouse Music.
Motorcycles on the open road can be fun to ride, but when a careless driver causes devastating injuries, it's time to call 1-800-4INJURY. When an accident happens, call 1-800-4INJURY. Help is on the way. 1-800-4INJURY.
We're back with the 2002 Pride Parade. Now to the excitement on the street with Don Blue and Kat Sadler.
Welcome back.
It is exciting,
It
isn't
is. The contingency from Sacramento just came by with a full truckload of people from Faces, Sacramento, and a lot of people were saying they're going to move. They're going to move up there. They found it quite attractive, going to make the move.
I think it's great when we have those entries from other cities. They come to honor us with their contingent in our parade, and we do the same for them down in Sacramento.
Well, so many cities have been, or at least portions of the city have been represented today, and so much of it is the connection between all of them. What is the support like? I mean, who organizes all this? Who's in charge?
Well, that's why we say this is a huge project, launching this parade. It's very organized, and there's a long procedure to be included, but anybody can walk, anybody can ride, anybody can be a part of the parade.
I just think an outrageous award may have gone to that participant, maybe.
Maybe 2 outrageous awards.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as 2 outrageous in this parade.
Just fabulously outrageous,
That's
right?
correct. Outrageous and more, let's say that. I'm trying to spell this as it goes by.
Speaking of fabulously outrageous, Pleasure Hogs Enjoying You is what we have here. They were awarded fabulously outrageous in the 2001 Pride Parade.
I don't think I've ever seen one of these from the middle.
It just goes to prove, you know, when you have a parade like this, there's something for everybody. Not everybody's going to love this contingent, but somebody's going to really get a kick out of it.
When you say there's something for everybody, I'm trying to figure out exactly who this would be for. And
Somebody spent a lot of time on this. That
That's
artwork
correct.
is fantastic. Are there people? Yes, okay, I got it. People underneath
Like a
moving
Chinese
along. I'm
dragon.
just trying to grasp it here.
Excellent. Okay, well, we definitely are sort of midstream here, you know, with all of the. Did I say midstream? I didn't mean that.
Just keep moving.
In the midst of all of that. But the energy continues. The place is hopping, definitely. Just a most amazing day here in San Francisco. The weather couldn't be better, and the people couldn't be happier, and the support groups all over the place couldn't be better.
Still time to get down here, folks.
Yes, you can join the parade, or you can watch it tonight at midnight. It's a great way to share in the excitement.
All right, there's our, 98.1 KISS FM. How cool is that? Renelle, of course, is a part of KISS. She's also the announcer for the San Francisco Giants. And they have been part of the community for a long, long time, and they do a fabulous job. It's another one of our neighbors.
You've got lots of neighbors.
We do, at 340 Townsend Street. Let's see, what do we get? What do we get from them? Hey, Jerry. Jerry doing our drive in there today. Everybody's happy, guys. Okay, let us go now to Martine. He hasn't been lonely all day. Let's see who he's hanging out with.
Well, you know what? I am down here just feeling the love, feeling the one love for one last time because I just want to say goodbye. It's almost over. So please give me the love, show me the love. Come on down here. The party has just begun live on Market Street at the Civic Center today. So come on down. Loving you. Be yourself. Change the world.
Martine, in all seriousness, you've been fabulous down there today, giving us an up-close look. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
You know, there is a little bit of, when you say in all seriousness, I mean, there is some serious stuff in a parade like this with just an outpouring of love between everybody, but also there are some issues that are being addressed and some things that people are finding out about maybe for the first time. It's a pretty special day.
And the parade gets criticized sometimes for being too political, or, you know, we want more beautiful floats. But it has to be a little bit of everything, because that's what our community is. There's some serious issues, and there's a lot of fun to be had.
Donna, folks can see you later today. Is that correct, down at the festival?
Yes, actually, I'm going to be emceeing on the main stage from 3 to 5. Got a lot of great musical entertainment and some speakers, and we'll keep the energy going.
When does your weekend stop, Donna?
Monday morning about 5.
You know,
when will you sleep?
The whole weekend does not stop. No, it never stops. The Civic Center after this, the parade continues. It's a beautiful day. Everything couldn't have worked out any better. It was great working with you two. Thanks very much.
It's been a pleasure.
The insights have been fabulous. That's
I tell you,
great.
I was nervous. I'm dealing with professionals here, but you made it very easy. Thank you.
Well, we're more amateur than you think. Oh, wait, I didn't show my tattoo.
Oh,
Hold
wow.
everything. Hold everything. There you
What
go.
a fitting in.
There it is.
How long have you had that done?
Well, you mean the bicep?
Everyone, don't forget.
I've had it for 24 hours.
Dawn Blue on Star 1013.
And thanks again to Martine for wonderful coverage on the street. That's it, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Be yourself. Change the world.
This broadcast of the San Francisco Pride Parade 2002 was made possible by the following sponsors. Bud Light. For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light. Body Time. We want your body. And the Academy of Art College San Francisco. 1-800-544-ARTS. Thank you for your support.